Hello and welcome everyone to D6, where I, Arshian, bring together a whole bunch of my internet friends and play a D&D live stream show. I know it must seem so strange and weird for us to be on YouTube after a while. We've had some technical difficulties, something that happens every now and again. It's just going to be this week. Hopefully, it won't happen, as things go on. We're going to go ahead, jump on into tonight. To those of you who had watched last week's stream, unfortunately, we were unable to stream, so we're back into this. So I'm going to go ahead, get through all of the announcements really, really quick, and then we'll go ahead and jump right on into it. So, as usual, we have our two sponsors tonight. The first one being, of course, none other than thedeckofmany.com, where you can go and purchase some RPG reference card. If cards, plural. They have wonderful art. They're easy. They're super nice and cheap to buy. I have pretty much their starter kit, in which I have monsters, and I also have conditions and NPCs and the deck of many things and weapons. If these are something that you would want at your table, I would suggest that you take them with you, especially if you're doing stuff at home, or if you're doing stuff at your local game shop like I would. Then by all means go and check out thedeckofmany.com for your RPG reference cards, and don't forget to check out their Humblewood Kickstarter, as well as various PDFs that have been released. Many of our players here have donated to the Kickstarter as well. Also, on top of that, they also have the animated spell cards. I really suggest go checking those out as well. Our second sponsor, of course, as usual, is the patrons over on Patreon. If you, in case you don't know, that this entire show and all the things that I do on YouTube as well, is done by none other than the people and the wonderful patrons over on Patreon. I cannot thank you guys enough. I would like to give a special shout out to none other than Philip Warden, X Shadow Echo X, and also the various other people like Julian Viller and so many people. And this name is taken as well, which is a very great name. Love you, Joel. So if you want to go check out the Patreon, there is a link down below. Please sign up if you feel like helping support the show and also help produce other content that goes onto this channel as well. So that being said, players, you may arrive upon the field of battle. So I'm gonna do 2 quick updates because last week got scrapped. Doesn't matter anymore. So the first update,
retcon.
Yeah, we're slightly retconning this.
One.
So first and foremost, in case you guys don't know, I bought a whole brick of miniatures at one point, and in case you guys are interested in Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, which is a PC game, I got a whole bunch of codes that I could just give away. If you are signing up for the very first time for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, and you want to get some cool stuff like an exclusive golden epic card, 5 gear-filled gold chest, and 1,000,000 gold for your very first sign up for Idle Champions, I have the codes. And if you want to get one, then please, over on Twitter, message one of your favorite moments of tonight, or tweet one of your favorite moments tonight using D6DR, hashtag D6DR, as well as hashtag Idle Champions. And I will pick one of 8 people who have not signed up just yet, one of 8 people to get one of these wonderful codes, and I will let you know. Keep your DMs open, and may the odds be ever in your favor. As for the second announcement, there will be a video this Friday. I know the past few Fridays have been kind of barren. I've been very, very busy, and last Friday I just had it at a certain point, so I will try and be very, very good about this Friday, and I'll be talking about one of my favorite animes that have come out this past season, and then next week I will be doing a spicy anime review. I'll be bringing back some noodles, so that being that. All right, so that is the end of my announcements. We're gonna go ahead, jump on into everyone else's announcements as we usually do, and then we'll jump into tonight. All right, so Boo, how you now?
Doing okay. Been busy playing Iceborne Wark. Actually just got done streaming Boppins and Ogre around and might do more of that later this week, but over on Twitch TV/Boo Radley. Other than that, I got nothing really going on.
Alright, good to know. Mr. Brachiozoid.
Same as always, I'm going to be doing art and games at twitch.tv/Brachiozoid. Iceborne is consuming my life, and it's destroying my sleep schedule and my work. But working on dealing with that, I can take a rest after finishing the story now. Do not forget that if you want to share some artwork of the campaign, you can do it so on Twitter by tagging us or using hashtag D6DR. And I believe that's all I have.
Alrighty. And next up is Caitlin.
Oh,
I still can't pronounce it correctly. It takes me.
There's one thing I need to clarify.
Oh.
If you hear music in the background here or a baby crying, do not worry about it. Just let me know so I can go yell at people to shut up.
Don't worry about the baby crying in the background. We'll see.
Don't worry, the baby is just Bracky.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
all
it.
The kills. It's
Yeah,
fine.
when we kill Steel, that'll be him.
Yeah, family is at home, so there's noise. So just saying that.
The baby just comes in, slaps the dice out of your hand just as you're about to hit something.
Don't worry about the
Just
elf
walks
drawers
out
in
with
the
shades
background.
on.
Aw. Let me kill something, baby.
Right. Alright, Caitlin.
Hello. I am Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37. I paint. I stream those paintings. I do a lot of fan art. My commissions are open. And that is pretty much it for me.
Yeah. Alright. Sir Malavik.
Not much to really talk about. I stream a variety of stuff on twitch.tv/Sir_Malavik, and I turned 25 today.
Hey!
Oh,
Hey.
shit!
Oh my god, you're younger than
Yes.
me!
Birthday.
Oh my god,
People
you're
are
younger
always
than me.
astounded to hear that.
Yeah,
wee babs.
it's just because your low voice.
Yeah, I sound exactly like my dad.
He really does.
Right?
Have you
Alright.
met his dad?
No.
There you go.
He sounds like him, though. I've heard his father in the
By
background.
proxy, they'll never fucking check him when he goes to casinos.
Yeah.
we must maintain the illusion. Alright,
Happy birthday.
Mr. Zito.
I am very fucking busy this week, so streams might be light, but if I do ever actually get some streaming in, it'll probably be sometime towards the tail end of the week. I have to fucking at least get somewhere in Blasphemous. I have commissions I still need to do, and there's a fucking smorgasbord of indie games that I need to touch that I haven't had a chance to get to, and unfortunately, due to my work schedule, it's not going to be anytime soon. I do have one other announcement, though. I am currently working on something that's going to be going up on DM's Guild. If you've been seeing me talk about these weird little Cycloptean blood drinking race for D&D,
Oh boy.
hey, the bin's coming out soon. They are almost done, and they will be up very, very soon. But please, do show your support by going to DM's Guild, looking up my name. It's me, the Chris Zito, and leaving a review or checking out any of the stuff I've already put on there. It super helps. Reviews are very important for that thing.
Okay. Very nice. Alright. So, last but not least, none other than the dry guy. I do not know why I bit down on candy just while I'm saying that.
No. The hard candy is what gives you the ability to destroy us in this upcoming session, I think. But also, hi, it's morning here. It's a beautiful 12 degrees here. It's wonderful.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Yes, that's what it feels like.
My stupid Baka Gaijin American brain tells me that you are in a fucking subterranean cave where it's ice cold based on that number.
It's been 12 fortnights. I have not seen the day of light.
12 fortnights.
Jesus
I'm
Christ!
That's half a year.
Dry wakes up fucking flossing, but he's got like a beard the size of a fucking like French curve going down his face.
He has the
It sounds
ancient
like
wizard
winter
beard.
has come.
It never left.
To be fair, the only
And
thing I
it'll
can
never
announce is
go
that
away.
I've learned how to French braid my beard. It's beautiful.
Sorry, man. Go on.
All
But
right.
yes, the only thing I really have in terms of announcements is I'm still doing a lot of voice acting. I'm currently doing some voice acting for an upcoming demo for a certain project. Wasn't able to really get anything out for YouTube just because I've kind of was extremely busy IRL. But hopefully I'm trying to go and push something out this upcoming week. Other than that, still doing commissions and such.
Okay. All right. Well then, good to know. And look at that, we managed to do it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So,
Yeah.
that being said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring this down.
Fight.
And we're going to
Fight
jump right on into tonight's
Fight on.
episode of D6. So, where we had last left off, and we're gonna jump forward a bit. So, as our adventurers had left Vale in order to reach back into Aurario to go home, there was a bit of information about some bandits that have been causing a lot of trouble on the road north to Krag, which is a dwarven city. With the help of Bumbuk and a traveling agency, and also to get you guys to see if you can remove the immediate threat. You traveled a little bit north, heading to Krag, as well as the bordering city within the plains, in order to eliminate the immediate threat. So, after a bit of back and forth and some fights between players, there was everyone found respite. River ended up having a confrontation with Bumbuk, and as well as just a very tense night. Franz and also Lena, who had just joined the party, decided to sit out the night and kind of talk to each other when they were met by two bugbears who began an immediate confrontation. After a little bit of back and forth, it seems like there was more than just two. It seems like this is the entire bandit party of bugbears that are now beginning to raid Lionel's tower. So, that being said, ahead. Oh.
You just
Yep.
Oh, lower the music just a skosh
Yes.
too, Yarrow. Just a skosh.
just a skoosh. Like 25%. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. All
There
right,
we go.
so, here we go. So, as I will go ahead and reiterate where everything is.
Do you have the turn order?
I do have the turn order as of right now, and this is something that I don't think I mentioned correctly back last week. So there are groups, and then there are individual bugbears that kind of lead those groups. All right. So here's how it will go. It is Helena, Franz, River, one bugbear, Canis, Lionel, two bugbear group, Garu, bugbear group, bugbear, and bugbear one, and then bugbear group, and then it will be Bombach at the end as she now joins the fray. So, let's see, where is my pencil? There it is. So, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna say this is the beginning of the battle. Everyone is set. The pieces are in place.
I'm sorry, there was a SpongeBob gag in there. This is Olaf and Olaf and Olaf and Olaf and
Yeah.
Olaf. Ah, yes, Olaf.
Yeah. So,
So this is the first round of combat. Anything
This-
from the previous thing
this
hasn't gone
is-
through.
this is the front of the tower right here. So this is the front of the tower. This is kind of the general area. And as you guys know, there's just a bunch of people here. And then we have our...
I think we're still where we left off.
Yeah.
It is where we left off, so because I cast Bless as my first turn beforehand, so...
Yeah. So any of the statuses that you guys have right now, take it.
Okay.
And... Let's see.
So, because I marked this in my notes, myself, Helena, River, and Franz have Bless on them currently.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Good to know.
And it was my turn, and I delayed
All right.
to go after France.
It's just fucking like the guy from regular show when they hand them the pamphlet, he just fucking like limbos underneath them. That's them passing River Sword.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay. So, as it is right now, I'm gonna say this is the top of the round, right at the get-go. It is going to be Helena.
Helena, alright. So I'm just gonna ask a mechanical question just because I'm not as familiar with Ranger. Can I hide first and then take a shot at somebody? Is that something I can do?
That will reveal your position.
So,
Well, no, if
After the attack, yes, but if she hides first, then takes the shot, she counts as hidden for the attack, but then she isn't hidden for subsequent rounds.
yeah.
Right.
but wait, would she still be hidden if she's still within the area of the fog?
So, oh yeah, that is a good note. So right now it is lightly obscured, meaning anyone that wants to do
So a quick question: can you see outside of the door? Can we see inside the door? Because there's mist.
Okay.
Well,
So here's how it works. Creatures have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. That is lightly obscured. After that, it is heavily obscured after what will be 3 rounds, because after mist has kind of just begun to envelop the immediate area, then everyone is effectively blinded. So that's how that works.
Okay.
Alright, so top of the line. So to answer your question, so when you basically take the stealth check, and it's basically depending on whoever is able to see you based off of your stealth check. When you attack somebody, you come out of the hide condition. So
Okay.
you go into hiding, and basically your stealth is whatever that check is. However, when you attack somebody, you drop stealth in order to make the attack. So
Will
even
hiding take
though
your action
you're making a stealth attack still, it's just you fall out of stealth when you make an attack. It's kind of the same
Okay,
way
that is
invisibility
fine.
works.
That is fine. Okay, and my second question is, can I shoot past Canis, or do I have to scooch past Canis to shoot?
You would have to scooch past Canis. He's a bulky dude standing in front of you.
Cool.
He's bulky, he's wearing heavy armor, he has a shield up, and he's in the doorway.
Yep.
He's
It is.
blocking all
You're in
of
a
us.
very irritating spot. Okay.
Yep, for all of
Yes.
us.
He's plugging the fucking door.
It's like watching yeast form over the entire fucking pan.
He is a bigger version of the door wedge.
Okay.
Question:
So,
doesn't hiding take your action though?
Hiding does.
No,
take
it's a
Unless you're a
bonus
rogue.
action for a
Oh, yeah.
rogue.
Oh, that is
he's a
true.
rogue.
Yep.
I keep thinking you're a ranger.
Nope. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to move just a little bit past Canis outside the door.
You're going to need to. Actually,
Isn't moving past your allies free?
Technically, you
no.
can't. That's the reason halflings can do it.
So, I'm gonna say it will cost you. It will cost you twice the amount of movement to get past somebody. You're basically having to shove your way through around somebody. So, you take the extra movement to do so. So I will consider that a house rule.
Okay.
That will be the house rule. In order to pass somebody, you have to spend 10 feet instead of the regular 5.
That's fine.
Friendly creatures are difficult terrain.
I don't need much. Alright. So just outside the door, I'll do my hide action to just kind of tuck in, like, just by the door, if I can do that.
So right here.
Found it. No, yeah, the rule is correct. Only unless they are enemies. Whew.
So I'm making my stealth.
All right,
What I'm
so
doing?
go ahead, make a stealth check, and then
But they're looking at you.
That's an 18. I'm doing my hide.
okay, I will consider that you did that before you left, standing
Okay.
behind a burly dude with a giant shield in front of him.
Yep.
You hid, you snuck around him, and you were outside, kind of up against the wall, kind of where the fog is falling, and it's falling over you, so you're kind of just slightly shifting.
Okay. And in that case, I will shoot at the dude that is closest to me, like to my right.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
That is going to be a 22, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 22.
That will hit.
All right. And that's with my longbow, so... Okay, that's an 8 plus sneak attack. 13, 18. That's 25 damage.
25? Alright.
Yep.
As the arrow leaves and you just go boom, boom, and you see this guy just drop back.
Perfect.
Alright. And I'm assuming that is your turn.
That is indeed my turn.
Alright. Franz, it is now your turn. You are right here.
All right. So, what is the closest bugbear to? So, that'll probably be the one that.
Pretty much all these here are bugbear. You guys are pretty much
Alright.
surrounded.
All right. So, what Franz is going to do is he's going to activate his primal savagery to make his nails grow, and he's going to just slice at the bugbear nearest to him on his left that I'm looking at. Yeah, that one.
Alright. Alright, go
So-
ahead and make an attack roll.
All right. That is a 12 plus 7, 19.
That will hit. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right.
And damage. Roll damage.
Okay. And that is 8, 10, 18, 18 damage.
Alright, so as you pretty much slice it, going from basically the bottom of his sternum all the way up to his clavicle, and as the nail runs up, it kind of catches a couple of rings, but it doesn't seem to immediately kill him, but he kind of backs away. You see some of the blood beginning to kind of show past the fur, and he looks a little hurt. Actually, very hurt.
Now, here's my next question. With this bonus cantrip that I have with this shillelagh, would I be able to use that?
As a bonus?
It says a bonus action, but it's also a bonus cantrip, the shillelagh.
Okay, so yes, I would say if it's bonus, then yes. I was thinking spell rules, but that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just a bonus cantrip from what it's telling me at the bottom here.
okay.
All right. Well, with that being said, he's gonna get his shillelagh ready and just end this bugbear.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
This is elite attack? I thought it was a buff.
It buffs the
Shillelagh.
attack.
Gotcha.
That is a 10, 7 plus 7, 17.
All right. So as you just go overhead and whack him on the head, you see as the crack, you feel it indent into his skull, and then he just falls back.
Well,
Wonderful.
Man, I just imagine you fucking poke the fat end of your staff into his wound and then just lift it up.
Oh, ooh, that is nasty.
That's gnarly.
All right.
That's pretty fucking brutal.
Okay. So, that'll be the end of your turn. It is now River's turn. River, you are here.
okay, so we are not falling back into the tower. I take.
Do what you want to do.
Kill something for fuck's sake.
It's your own thing.
As he
Why no Still screams that from the top.
I don't want to get in there because I know Lionel is preparing something to like a fucking fireball, so I need.
Do what you want to do. Do what River would do.
I have a lot of spells. I can manage.
Even if you just do the fireball when I'm there, I can survive it.
Guys, here's the fun fact. I don't have fireball. That's the one spell I don't own.
Why do you have fireball? Well, can you put the up camera, please? I don't know what I'm looking at.
Overhead.
Thank you.
Yep, right here.
I don't know where Helena is.
I'm right behind you.
She's
I
right
don't know.
beside the door behind you.
She's behind you,
I
but
don't
you
know.
don't know that.
Oh, I mean, I attacked, so I figured I'm out
Actually,
of stealth
no.
now.
Yeah, no, you would know that then. Never mind.
Okay, is she in the mist or not?
The mists are kind of like pouring over the walls relatively.
Fucking hate
like,
you all. Okay,
thick.
let's see. I'm going to get close to the one that is closer to France, like right in between them,
Right here.
and I'm gonna go full ham on him with my rapier.
All right, go ahead and go.
Use this big die.
It's the big guy.
Ooh, that's going to be a dirty 20.
Yep, that'll hit. I love how you ended up taking the class that won't let you have natural ones because you seem to roll a lot of them.
Yeah.
I got a total of 9 damage.
9 damage? Okay.
Yep.
As
And
you poke through the side of his leg, you see the knee buckle, and he's like, "Ugh."
okay, second attack. Ooh, that's going to be a 5 plus 6, 11 plus the bless, I think it's for attacks.
It's for attack rolls, yes.
Okay, so it's 11 plus 2, that's going to be 13.
13. All right, plus 9.
No, it's 13. Total 13.
A total of 13. Okay.
Yeah.
And as you pull out and you stick it one more time in, right to the bottom of the storm, he's like, "Brr, brr," and he's looking real rough now.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to try to knock him prone with my shield bash.
All right.
So it's going to be a contest of strength.
Okay.
That's a 1. And that's a 19. Minus 1.
There you go.
All right. He rolled an 8.
18.
So he ends up. You're all like, that other kneecap doesn't look too strong. Bop! And it just busts the other kneecap out from under him, and he drops to his knees and falls on his back prone.
Okay.
All right.
That's going to be my turn.
All right. All right. So this bugbear is going to make his attacks onto you. That is going to be 18 to hit.
I can
River?
too. Oh, that's the yeah. It's going to hit.
Okay. It's going to be 21 points of damage as he brings up his giant morning star over his head. He comes wailing down and cracks you over the head, and you feel a sudden rush of blood beginning to pour down your back.
Yeah. This is why I wanted to go back to the tower.
All right. So
That's over 20%, like a third of my health.
Oof.
all right. So Canis, it is now your turn.
Well, River and Franz got the left and center. He'll take to the right and move past Helena to the bugbear on the right side there. And take a swing at him with his mace.
All right.
Where's the point? There it is. I doubt. Oh no, 13.
13? Unfortunately, no.
And you have
As-
Bless too, don't you?
I did have bless. I forgot about the D4.
Oh,
This might change it.
dang! I have not been.
An
using
extra
that.
3 onto that, so 16.
That will hit just barely.
Hey.
All right. So
4.
As-
Oh, mace is D6.
as you reel back and you feel like it's not going to connect, you suddenly feel the blessing of the Platinum Dragon rush through you. You see the small weak point between the leather and the chain, and you just go whoom, with a single hand, and you feel ribs begin to crack.
Hashtag blessed.
Just a little
Hashtag
ethereal-
blessed.
Just
Hashtag
a little
blessed.
ethereal pseudo dragon is sitting on his wrist. No, idiot, this way! Just tilts it to the left.
So that's
I taught
4
you.
bludgeoning damage.
That's what?
4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. As it goes, and you see a little bit of spittle come out of his mouth. You see droplets as it hits the grass, and he begins to eye you.
As Canis' bonus action, he will also cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Also, I just noticed
Where-
shoving is athletics.
Where's the spiritual weapon being placed?
He will cast a Spiritual Weapon beside himself to swipe at the bugbear he just smacked.
Okay. So I'm assuming right there.
Critical weapon.
Yeah, I got these with the little pack. I love these things, man.
Can break them.
Another attack roll.
These are the material that doesn't break.
Quick, rip their arms off! Do it!
Just replace that with spiritual weapon.
I'm gonna guess a 23 hits.
It does
Hooray.
hit.
It fails.
So just after bashing him with the mace, he'll then summon this draconic claw to come out of nowhere, actually, and take a swipe at the bugbear for another. Plus, do I add my wisdom modifier to the damage for this? Yes, I do. For 7 damage.
7
I
damage.
love that
Okay,
Canis wants
so-
to be a dragon.
As it claws up, you hear the slight rip and tear of some of the dilapidated leather and like rusted chainmail over him, and just and you see a little bit of blood beginning to run down the side of his leg. All right, so that will be the end of Canis' turn. Lionel, you
Yes,
are
sir.
at the top of your tower, just screaming like an old man with your hand out of the window, just going, I'm trying to sleep!
Fuckers.
Yeah.
Alright. So, the guys that are bringing up the rear, just in front of, like, the hay barrel where Canis is.
That's a tree.
No. Beyond that. In front of,
Oh.
like, keep going, like, them, yes.
These ones? Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm aiming for them.
Alright.
I'm gonna throw, let's see, what AoEs do I have? Sadly, the only things I have equipped right now that are AoE that could do that. And how many feet up am I, you said?
You're about 30 feet up. So
Oh, okay,
that's-
cool. So my 60s can actually hit. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me. Where's my circle? Where's my? Ah, shit. I don't know where I put it.
you forgot the boy who has the most range is going to use the ranged ability.
Okay, so 30 feet up. It's not the ranged issue. Depending on
let me
what
make
the
this
range, because
simpler.
if it's 60 feet, the
Diagonal, yeah.
travel down.
Well, that's kind of what I want, because I was going to cast Ray of Sickness.
I'm gonna. Here. I know where it is. I just.
Yes!
To yourself.
There
Yes.
it goes.
Hey, chat. How you
Of course I'm
doing?
the asshole that forgets everything.
Just
Yeah, have a
allow
good
it.
time,
I
chat.
can't find it. Alright, so. This is
For
gonna
the
be.
sake of time.
This will be a tough call. For the sake of the argument,
If you're going to say no, I have another plan.
I think that'd have to be like 25 feet or so from the tower. I'm trying to do mental math.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say that they need to be closer towards the tower, like probably another 10 to 15 feet before that would reach. You would probably end up hitting Canis and this guy first before anything else.
Okay, I cast flight on myself.
Okay.
Ooh,
That'll probably work.
Ooh.
Well then, I guess
Flying
I'll
Squirrel 2.0.
take out my...
It's nighttime and he's flying around. I don't think they're even going to be able to see him. No, wait, they have dark vision. They're bugbears. Probably. Shit.
Well,
But there's a fog cloud.
unfortunately, I really... No, wait, what the fuck am I talking about? Okay, I'm gonna cast flight on myself, and I'm going to, spend... Fuck is the ability called? I'm gonna spend... What is the ability called? God damn it, Chris. Here we go. Benign transposition to appear on the roof.
I'm gonna...
Oh, dear God.
Yep. I will...
You're making them work.
Yeah, you're making me... My think thing. My brain do no good when I
Don't
have...
ever let me be a wizard ever again. That's all you have to do.
My muscle for thonking.
Oh,
I
God,
don't like thonking.
I've never claimed to be the best
Gentlemen, ladies
DM.
and gentlemen, the magic of flight. The fucking Lionel hits the top of the tower. Since the days of Copernicus, man has dreamed of flight.
And then they shot you, and the concentration goes down, and
Goes catatonic to have the fall damage.
Yeah.
That's where I put you. I'm gonna put you right here.
That's
Where
my
you're
turn
just
for now. I can't do
slight-
anything else.
Yeah, so as you jump out the window with flight, you suddenly blip, blop, right back in to the top of your tower.
Cool. I'm gonna use my 30 movement. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna use my 30 movement. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, I flew above them.
oh boy.
Yes.
So I am now. What you said? I'm 30 feet. Now I'm 60. So now I'm 60 feet, flying above them.
Amazing.
Wait,
And
are
the
you
thing
on the
is, like,
top?
you're
Are
covered
you
by
on
the
the?
fog cloud, so
Are
they
you-
can't see you.
Are you on the top of your tower, or are you actually above them?
I'm on top of the tower right now.
Okay.
He's good.
Because that was gonna
It's
It's
change
gonna be
a
a
lot
fucking
of
stealth
things.
bomber.
Yeah, no. I'm on the tower.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Actually, that's a little too tall.
No, it's fine.
Yourself.
That's probably how tall he feels.
Oh, look at him. He likes to go on top of his
Little
tower.
buddy.
Makes him feel tall.
And then he jumps. None of you know that he actually casted flight on himself. Oh God, no!
Well, there goes the possum.
He activated fucking Minecraft
Good
creative
job,
mode.
Druid. You made the fucking wizard suicidal.
Fine until you gave him anxiety.
Our
Alright.
lies and deception and insult.
All right, we
Positive
spent
comes down here,
plenty of
dudes.
time on Lionel.
Yeah.
All right.
Give us our medicine.
Canis, this bugbear is gonna make his attacks onto you.
Okay.
That is going to be an 11, which I'm assuming will not hit.
Missed. Completely.
All right, so as this mace goes way over your head, as you go, and you hear this like crack and scrape between the two maces, and then one.
Can't wait. I know the DBZ fly into the battlefield.
All right,
I wonder how long you're going to last over there.
Canis,
He's fine.
You are surrounded by group. Actually, this one's
Now get away from me.
I've been surrounded.
Whatever shall I do? The cleric.
Alright, so Canis, 2 attacks are going to be made on you. Helena, 1 attack will be made on you. So I'm starting with Canis.
Okay.
Canis, so 6. And the other one is a dirty 20, Canis.
That'll hit.
So that'll be 19 points of bludgeoning damage onto you.
Ow.
For that attack. Elena. That will be a 16 to hit, which...
That hits.
Alright.
And I'm gonna use my my uncanny dodge for this to half it.
Okay. So that'll be 15 points of bludgeoning damage onto you as he swings with his rocky mace as he
Was
comes
that
in.
all? Was that already halved, or am I halving the 15?
You're having the 15.
Okay.
So as you see him coming, you prepare yourself as you just barely get out of the way, but it cracks you over the arm again, and you just feel like it is going to be bruised the next morning. All right. Next up is Garu.
All right, how far can 45 walking speed give me?
Oh.
Like, I would assume it'd take me outside the door at least.
Don't know why that's still in there.
I'm sorry. When it's an odd number, do we round down or up for the damage?
For damage, I think it's up.
Okay.
1, 2. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you'll be right at the door.
Okay, he's gonna he's gonna come out the door, fist up. What happened? What's going on?
You hear your friend Helena, your brand new friend Helena, scream as she's hit from the side. You hear Canis getting pummeled, and also you witness River getting, or from what you can hear, River getting cracked over the head.
It's the fucking JoJo curb stomp on River.
Oh god. Oh no, I know what you're fucking talking about.
He can see all of this. How is he blind?
No, he's hearing this. He's
Sure.
very familiar. He's very familiar with your friend.
Blind sense, my dude.
I'm going to shit.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
He's
Plus
familiar.
tremor sense, don't worry about it.
I'm sick of using my brain.
Don't worry about it, it's fun.
Galaxy point.
You're playing a fighter. Why are you using your brain?
All right, so
Alright.
Garu, that is your.
I guess if that's as far as he can get, he's gonna hold both his actions.
All right, good to know. All right, 2 now moves. This one's gonna spend half his movement getting up, and then this one's going to.
Oh, great. It's a party now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
Jordan.
So 1 attack is going to be made onto River. 1 attack is going to be made onto Franz. River, that is a natural 20.
Okay.
Oh no.
You're fucking lucky. Alright, so that is going to be 24 points of damage because it's
Yeah, how?
10 points. Actually, no, 12. 12 in total,
Wait, what?
times 2.
So 24.
Yep, 24 in total.
How's that lucky? I'm at
It could've
1,
been
like
much
6.
worse. It could have been much worse.
Next,
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
the next hit, guys.
Alright. And then Franz.
Yep.
Oh, that's a fact. Alright, Franz, that is going to be 16 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be 11 points of damage. So, River, as you look up, there is a hulking bugbear staring over you and just uppercuts and just manages to get through your shield, and you hear the sound of your teeth grinding together as the mace hits the bottom of your jaw and you are bumped into Franz. Franz, being unstable, this other bugbear takes it as the opportunity to swing over and hit you across the clavicle as you feel the bludgeon across it. You feel something crack there.
Oof.
All right. Lionel, as you hear something scraping on the side of your tower, you hear the sound as if somebody's climbing over it. And as you turn, you see one bugbear as it finally claws over the side of the tower. You see its eyes begin to beam towards you. It's now on the top of the tower with you.
Oh, you're approaching me.
So when does the fog take place? Because everyone can see everything.
That is the end of round 1. It is now round 2. You guys begin to notice that the fog is now beginning to become slightly thicker down here. Up on the top is where the fog is kind of like at, and Lionel, you are standing upon one of the powder pits where you could just jump down and fall into the thickness of the fog, where effectively you are blinded, but you cannot be seen. You see the towering head of the bugbear as it begins to pass through the fog, though. So, that being said, it is now the new round. Elena, it is now your turn. You are facing down a bugbear.
Oh, man.
Oh,
How many bugbears are around River and France right now? It's 3 of them, right?
yeah.
Shoot. I feel like I need to... Ah! Okay. I'm gonna bonus action disengage and get away from the close-up of this guy. So I'm gonna go, like, to the other side of the door directly. Like, right across from this other bugbear to River's right.
Right here?
No. Right next to the door. Right next to guard. There you go. Alright. And I'm going to shoot that one that's right next to River and Franz for hopeful sneak attacks.
Double check that real quick.
Yeah, if
If an ally is next to the enemy, they have a sneak attack.
yeah.
I have seen enough rogues in my life.
Yeah.
They made it
You don't need
right.
advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet.
Like River or France.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's see. You don't need advantage. Yeah, check this. That enemy isn't. That, you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet
Yep.
of it. All right.
Okay.
Nope,
So
it's
that's a
up.
25. That's a 25 to hit.
All right. That will hit.
Okay. And that is. Okay. So that's a 7 plus
Prepare to be amazed, people. Rogues.
17, 18, 19 damage.
19 damage.
Mm.
19 damage, yeah.
Okay.
Not as good as my other ones, but whatever.
All right. So, as you draw back your first attack and it fires off, you see as it goes through, not just only in its side, but a majority of the arrow just manages to pierce through the side, and you hear a crippling scream exit out of him. He is, however, still standing.
Beans. That is not what I was hoping for.
Alright.
Whoa!
Yeah, you hear... And you see his eyes begin to burn, and almost as if that's still more directed towards River. Alright, so... is that it for you?
Yes, that is it for me.
Okay.
I cannot do anything else.
All right, Franz, it is now your turn. Top of the round.
All right, cool. Franz is going to so that giant bugbear, and also the one. So who are the ones that are around me in this nice little circle?
All right, so there's
That'd be
one
River?
right here, and then there's
Okay.
one here next to River, and then this one in front of River.
Okay.
So there's one right next to you.
All right. So Franz is again going to activate his primal savagery, and he's going to bite down with his teeth onto this bugbear.
All right.
He's feeling a little hungry. That is going to be a 15 plus 7, and that's 22 to hit.
All right, that will hit.
All right, and
Now, this one's already one that you've messed up earlier, so he's looking a little rough.
all right. That is going to be 6 plus 5, so 11 damage.
All right. So as you basically crack him over the head too, you begin to see his eyes a bit dazed, and he's still shaking it off, but he looks like he's in trouble.
And as a bonus, I'm going to use a bonus spell at a 3rd level, which is where is it? Healing Spirit. In a up to a 60-foot ranged area in a 5-foot cubed area. I'm going to heal River because she looked like she a little hurt.
All right.
Quite a bit.
And yeah, so you basically it's just it takes no action required that I can have my little transparent beast or fae of my choice to like go and heal River. So River, you get to heal up to 2d6 hit points.
All right. Good to know.
Do I roll them or you?
I think you do. I don't think I do.
Oh no, you do. You're the one casting.
Oh, I
the
do?
spell.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, hopefully I roll good, River.
Let's go. I believe in you, who believes in me, who believes in the...
That's 6 plus 2, 8 altogether.
Hey.
All right.
Also, the little phase like a penguin. That's just touching you. You've been healed.
It's just a small penguin walks up and taps you on the side. It's nice.
A little puffin.
Oh,
Yeah.
tiny...
It fills you with positive energy.
Oh, I'm full of determination.
Oh.
Behold,
Oh.
the puffin of healing.
All right.
And now I'm murder.
All right.
But
Kills
yeah,
them
so
all.
but also the thing activates within up to 60 feet, so I don't know if I can do anybody else or if it's just River that I can just get to at this point.
Is that just the range or the?
That seems like it's the range.
I feel like that's the range.
Ah, okay. Because it says, up to, it says range / area, which is 60 feet. So, but like I knew River was like the closest one to me. It took the hardest hit. So I was like, yeah, that's
All right. So, in that will be the end of Franz's turn. River, it is now your turn.
Yeah, I'm finishing this off. I'm going to attack the one I was attacking before. To finish off this problem.
Okay, the one that was in front of you.
Yep. Here goes. Ooh, that's going to be 1925.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Whoa. That's going to be 10 points of damage.
All right. So as you draw back your blade once more, and you see that slight point, the break between the armor, you're all like, "This is my moment. This is it." And you straight go for the heart, and it busts through the chain, it busts through the leather, and you feel it connect. And you feel as it begins to slaw over, and he falls back, and he is dead.
I got one! I got one!
they all clap. Congratulations.
Attack to the bastard
I shall
attacked
not
me.
go wanting! And then they all just come in with clubs.
Oh, no.
Confetti explosion.
All right.
I'll attack the one that attacked me. Oh man, I'm on a rush. I
Okay.
finally did it.
There's
Alright.
there's a giant, like, fucking curved smile, and she has, like, a tooth missing.
Yay.
That's a 1. Reroll for a 13, 14, 20. Oh, did the 20?
All right, that will hit.
Bracky, you need new dice.
I hate my dice. That's going to be 4 points of damage.
How many points?
4.
4? Okay. So as you turn over and you stab him in the leg, you see he is still powering through the initial pain of an arrow going through his sternum.
Oh no, he's not action surge.
All right.
That's going to be fuck. More than 25.
All right.
26.
Jesus.
26. All right, that'll hit.
River's got the bloodlust.
9 points of damage.
All right. So as you pull back the leg, you once again are like, nah, I'm just gonna go for the artery, and you go straight from behind the leg. You pull the rapier as hard as you can, and you slice through, and you see blood begin to just spill out the side of him, and you feel him unable to withstand the pain anymore. He falls back, and he is dead.
I got a second one. And I still have one.
Double kill.
I still have one last attack towards the one that's next to Friends.
You would have to move 5 feet.
What?
Help it.
No.
I thought you can attack diagonals.
Yeah.
Isn't diagonal still in 5 feet, or is that 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
been 5
Yeah,
feet.
diagonals.
Yes, you are
Oh.
correct.
Oh,
Attack
okay.
for diagonal. Yep.
That's going to be 12 plus 4, 16 plus 6, 22.
22, that will hit.
Oh. 12 points of damage.
All right. So, in the mightiest of tiny rages, and putting one guy out, and then with your action surge, you slice and cut through the other one, and then you see as this guy still dazed after being after a piece of his neck gone missing, you're all like, nope, I'm doing this, and you go straight from below his groin. You go straight up like a fucking popsicle and pull out. You can see something sticking to the end of your sword, and he falls dead.
You just totally conned this man.
No, I didn't mean to do that. But he's just going to spit to the side.
You go,
Patrañas.
and
Just yell like the fucking adrenaline.
I will jail, actually. I'm going to use my bonus action to use my second win.
all right.
And do a little inspiration to my party. Everyone, I can use the winning feature, just 3 allies. So France, Helena, and Canis. All of you, if you need it, you heal 7 points.
Oh, I need it. Thank you.
Oh, I need it.
Okay.
Thank you.
As I use my rallying cry, and I heal 14 points.
14 months? Okay.
Instead of words of encouragement, it's just like a primordial yell.
Yeah, it's think of it as Sheena.
When you say tiny rage, so now I just imagine she just whips into her pocket and throws fucking toothpicks at people and they fall over.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, try.
She just does the Kratos rage, just and heals, and I think I'm going to move towards Canis and the enemy group,
She's so full of energy, this one.
and to the side. There we go.
Okay. And that will be your turn.
That's my time.
Alright.
That's all I can do, guys.
So,
That's
as,
all you can do.
so
That was an awesome round.
as you do, you guys, just at a general perspective, you all begin to hear.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm
And-
sure that's fine.
And all those
No.
dull eyes begin to look back into the forest, and some eyes begin to slightly disappear. Alright, so, Canis, you are surrounded.
I cast Spirit Guardians.
There you go.
Alright.
Just summon your stand.
There's nowhere for them to run. So, the damage doesn't occur on my turn. It's at the start of their turn or whenever they run into it.
Yep.
So that does take up my standard action, but I do still have Spiritual Weapon out for the bonus action. And with
Those-
that,
Does the spirit weapon get the bonus for flanking from you and I?
does it, Shen? Kira?
That's a great question.
That will be a +2 total.
Alright,
At least against the guy that is in between you and I.
It just says that's a melee spell attack.
Swing, speed.
Still melee.
Yeah?
That's at river right now. God damn it.
Guardian, spiritual weapon. You create a floating spiritual weapon within range.
It's melee.
I know it's melee, but it's a spell effect. It's not a physical creature.
Okay. That is a net 2 on the die, so that's probably gonna miss.
Yeah, as the claw begins to kind of reach out to whichever creature, pretty much they both were already prepared for it to attack, and they reach out their blades and maces and just ka-ching. Alright. So, anything else that you want to do?
That was the bonus and the standard action, so no.
Alright, good to... Alright, Lionel. You're at the top of the tower, and you see as a bugbear has finally come over the tower and is now standing next to the powder pet across from you.
Lionel holds his ring out towards him. As your limbs stubble, your body shrinks and your mobility sap. Prithee ponder terminal velocity. If all one can do is flap, polymorph into a chicken.
Oh! Oh!
What?
Oh,
That's
shit.
awesome.
What's the DC?
I'm gonna eat this motherfucker off the tower.
What's the DC for... Because it's not a willing creature.
It's not a willing creature, so it must be a DC of... Let me double check my shit. It must be a DC of 14.
That's a wisdom,
Wisdom.
right? Oh. That's great. Alright, so it rolled a natural 19, so I'm assuming it does. As,
Beans.
as the words begin to spill over, it's almost as if this thing is not prone to understanding magic, and then as his eye begins to twitch a bit, he's like, and he remains steadfast in his decision to continue the assault atop the keep.
Play away, child.
Alright, well, I step backwards and I flip him off and I fall into the fucking mist.
No, you look like that Scott Falco video of Link just.
Yeah, just like slide off the tower. and I fly into the mist.
All right.
I'm like maybe 10 feet in the mist underneath the tower. Or underneath the area I was standing.
Hugging the wall.
Yeah, I'm hugging the wall.
Okay. I'm gonna say, because I know how this would be done. Literally everyone is right here.
Motherfucker, the one time I get to use polymorph.
Damn.
They strong.
Don't worry, guys.
You could have just used the other one that was already there.
No, because that's where the top of the tower is.
Gotcha. God.
And then, there we go.
And let's not forget, people, even if fly is removed from me, I have a climb speed.
Yeah, you're attached to the wall.
Yep.
Like a cockroach.
Oh, that's right. Those are concentrations, aren't they? Is polymorph concentration?
Oh shit.
Polymorph.
Yeah, it's a concentration up to 1 hour.
Alright, so that'll be the end of Lionel's turn, I'm assuming.
Man, I'm useless this round.
So, Canis, this bugbear is going to make his attack onto you.
At the start of its turn, it makes the wisdom save or takes the radiant damage from spirit guardians.
That is true. That will be a 13.
That will fail.
Okay, what's the damage?
That sounded heavy.
14 radiant.
Okay, good to know. So, as spirit guardians, as if the will of the Platinum Emperor begins to exude from you, it's almost as if a tiny head comes from behind and snaps at him, and he is frightened, and then the internal radiant damage begins to brighten up and then kind of singe. Some of the hair begins to kind of fall out, but he's still powering through, and he's gonna go ahead and continue to make his attack.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that is going to be 16 to hit.
That'll miss.
Alright, so as he overhands and then he hits the back of you, it completely clangs off the side of the metal, and you kind of have the slight smile going. Pathetic. Alright. Alright. You guys begin to see some individuals as they begin to exit out beyond the forest area. As they begin to enter the battlefield, you see all of them as they are carrying these long sticks.
Hey,
So-
can you brighten the main screen a bit? Just a bit.
Voila.
There we go.
Oh, I can see.
That's something I get slightly worried about, is how bright and dark it is, because I start with daylight and then end with darkness.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
It wasn't so bad, just the corners were hard to see.
Alright, so
Yeah. The middle area is good.
Helena?
Except for the fucking tower thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't Garu have a turn?
Yeah, I think
Nope.
I think the other bugbears have to move first.
Well, no,
Oh,
it is
okay.
this group. It is this group first, and
Oh,
then
I see. Okay.
yeah.
Thought you
They-
would call my name
they're
because it was
com-
my turn.
No, it is. So there are going to be 4 javelin attacks as it comes raining down from these 4. So,
Oh, great.
Helena, the first one is going to be a 18 to hit.
And that hits. I'm gonna go ahead and use my reaction to make an uncanny
Wait a
dodge.
Wait a second. Since Gar's in proximity of Helena, can he do a what's it called? Fucking
Deflect missile.
not deflect. Yeah, deflect missile.
Is he able to do that for other people, or does he have to be the target?
That's up to Yaro, I guess. I mean, he's right there.
I have
so...
to pull out the
We're
handbook.
making
gotta
you
get the
work
big book
today.
of
Nick,
rules.
yeah, no, you guys are doing a raid.
Yeah,
this
and
is
on a
this is my first raid too.
And I fucking feel bad because I ended up doing a fucking tactic that just ultimately fucking fizzled out like a fart.
But it would have been cool though.
Yeah,
If it didn't
keyword would have.
All right, so
You still have 27 other options. You're fine.
Fair.
okay, you can use your reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. So no.
Okay, never mind. There goes that idea. Good luck.
Yep, I'll use my uncanny dodge. It'll be fine.
So it's gonna be. That's gonna be 12 points of piercing damage, not halved yet. So that's gonna be 6 points in all, as one comes towards you. Franz,
Stop.
2 are coming towards you. One is a 16. One is a natural 1. So that one automatically fails.
Okay, so the 16 does it.
Okay. So it's going to be 13 points of piercing damage as a javelin comes towards you.
My penguin, protect me! My penguin!
River.
Oh no, what?
Unbeknownst to you. So that's gonna be a 16.
Nah. Fail.
Fail. All right.
Yeah.
So as you hear Helena and Franz both scream from behind you, you're all like, "Oh, there's a slight tinge in your back, as if something whispers move." And you step to the side, and a javelin appears next to your foot, and you're like, "Oh!"
Oh,
Ooh.
you almost got skewered.
All right. So that will be the end of that group. Garu, it is now your turn.
Alright, Gar's gonna take a step outside, take a stance. Hold on. Take a stance. Shit. Hold on, give me a second. Where is it? Fuck, where did I put it? Shit.
It sounds
Sorry,
like
I
it.
had, like, something came up. Sorry, something came up, my bad. Okay. He's gonna take a stance, way at the fifth master. Oh, there's the fucking train.
Yep,
Bingo.
every game.
The train comes in. The train's its master. There you
Exactly on my fucking turn.
That's his dragon roll.
Right
His
on
master,
Train.
Thomas.
Yeah.
go. Master, the pain train.
Alright, okay, so, take a stance. Shit, where did I fucking... whatever. Take a stance, way at the fifth master. Kazi no steppu. Like, and just sprint over by that group. Like, over by Canis.
All right.
Like fucking Sakura from Street Fighter 3, and like, unload both of his held actions on that one guy.
All right. So, you mind in crossing this guy right here, which is
No, not over there, like, over by where River is. Like, over by those guys.
okay. You're still crossing this one guy. He does have an attack of opportunity on you.
That's cool.
All right. So over here.
Yep.
Okay. So that's gonna be a 1921 to hit.
Alright. That hits.
So as this guy, he notices you moving out, he just swings at you. You feel a slight hit in your back. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fucking ouch.
Question:
Yeah.
When does the dwarf do something?
Oh, she's all the way at the end.
Gotcha. I mean, it's the second.
Yeah,
turn.
she's chilling.
Yeah,
She's still asleep. She doesn't even know anything's happening.
yeah.
She's
She's
drinking
sleeping
some
like a
soup.
baby.
I'm killing that bitch.
We screamed inside the fucking building.
right.
She's a heavy sleeper. She's had a long day. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Dwarf.
So
Alright. So now that he's like over there, he's gonna like unload both of his held actions on that one bugbear, which is gonna be like 2 unarmed attacks.
okay. I was gonna say you don't get to take back your held action from the action before.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
make
uh,
your-
Yeah,
you
that
make
action's gone.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
still make your attack actions, but that's what you're getting.
Held,
Okay,
held
that's just a
action is basically
misunderstanding.
like, think of held action as coding. If comes into play, and you have to put the trigger on the end of the if. If that trigger happens, then your ability is activated.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
also do
okay,
actions in
gotcha.
just one turn, do 9 saved actions.
So,
Okay,
like,
I
holding
thought
action's
like all
cool and all.
stacked.
Yeah,
Nah, no stack.
holding action
It's
is
not
cool and all,
bravely
but it also runs the gambit of just absolutely not working whatsoever.
Yeah,
So
that's
basically,
fair. I thought you would
think of it as if you're reading someone.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. I thought it just like stacked so I can like fucking.
No.
Okay, whatever.
It's
That's
not
the
bravely
case, let's-
default.
Fair
Alright.
point. Alright, so he's just gonna do a regular unarmed strike against that one dude.
All right.
That is a 19.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. Ah, shit, gotta find my d6. I'm running out. That is a 6.
Okay.
And he's gonna activate his, he's gonna spend a key point to... shit, what's it called? There we go. He's gonna do his open hand technique to, like, push him 15 feet into that other guy.
This guy, right?
Yep. So he's... No, like... Yeah, like the guy Canis is facing right now, like next to him. He's gonna like attack him, push them both in a line, since they like run into each other.
You're mistaking this the.
Oh, that's a spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Oh fucking A. Okay, never mind. All right then. That's the case. He's gonna like punch upwards so we can like go skybound again.
All right. Go ahead and make your next attack.
All right. Shit. I keep losing everything. All right. Ooh, that is a 22.
22. All right, that will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
You only have
Okie
Sinatra
dokie.
in your brain right now.
Yeah, I do. Can you blame me?
No.
That is a 5.
All right. So, that being enough, as you basically punch him around and you uppercut him, he goes, "What?" and then hits the ground. You hear another crack off the seismic sound that's happening. You hear, and
Oh. It happened again. Why does this keep happening to me?
You keep uppercutting people.
Aww.
When they fall on their necks, that doesn't just not happen.
I was going for my phone.
so weak.
I thought they had strong bones.
They haven't drunk enough milk.
They need more milk.
He needs some milk.
And I guess that'll fucking end his turn.
He what?
Yeah, that ends his turn, I guess.
Okay. Alright, so that'll be the end of Gar's turn. It's now 2. This one's gonna turn towards River. Alright. So 2 attacks are going to be made onto Canis, 1 attack towards River, and 1 attack towards Gar.
They entered the area of Spirit Guardians.
Oh, yeah, they start.
That's
Or started in
right.
it.
They all.
Alright, so
They're within his range.
I will consider this first roll to be a failure, because this one is a 2 for this guy.
Haha.
Fail.
Is the video freaking out for anybody else, or is that just me?
A little bit, but nothing major.
Okay.
It works.
Yeah, it looks okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine on the stream. Like, it's just like probably someone on Discord.
Okay. This guy is going to be a 10, so he automatically fails.
2 fails.
This one is a 5, so that fails.
3 fails.
And 11 for this guy, so he.
Fantastic, they all failed.
Yeah. So.
Excellent.
Want me to just make 1 damage roll?
Yep, because it's gonna affect all of them. They are a group.
18 radiant damage.
18
Whoa, what the fuck?
radiant. Oh.
Whoa.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoopsie doodle. All right, so assuming based off of. So as you kind of just bring in your mace and you begin to pray, an immediate pulse of energy radiates out from you, and everyone feels the immediate pain of almost as if a dragon is roaring down upon them. And Garu, River, you both see that almost as if something is enveloping him. Almost
No, I don't.
Well,
You keep forgetting this, Yara.
Garu,
What's the point of him being?
I feel it.
Garu,
It's like-
you feel warmth and a protective embrace. And River, you notice that it's almost as if like a cloak of platinum hide is enveloping your friend.
Yeah, I've seen this before a couple of times.
Yeah. Alright, so that being said, they are all still relatively standing, but they
God
are
damn it.
significantly weaker.
Good.
Alright, so the first attack towards you, Canis, that's going to be a 14.
That'll miss.
The second attack is going to be a 4. So, Canis, you're in the clear. As everyone's still trying to gather, they both attack out of frightful fear, and You block one with your mace, and you block the other with your shield. All right, River.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a 18 to hit.
That's going to hit.
14 plus 2. So that's going to be 16 points of bludgeoning damage as it cracks the side of your right arm, and you feel something dislocate, and you grab your arm and you go and put it right back into place. Ngaru, that is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And that's going to be 14 points of bludgeoning damage, as once again you feel that pain in your back as if something has hit the same place twice. And you're just trying to gather everything back together. Alright.
I've had worse.
Not looking great, guys.
Okay. Three. You guys hear some barking on the other side of the building.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
We're gonna have to kill some doggos.
Please. No.
No,
They
you
are
hear
partially my family.
verbal barking as if orders. Like, very
Oh.
simplistic, and beginning to move away. Alright, it's this one. I'm gonna say she gets right up by the door. You hear, "Oi! What's going on out there?" And you begin to see as Bombach, hooded and cloaked, along with 2 daggers in fist. And actually, she's gonna just sprint.
Bandits. Lot of oh Jesus.
They coming.
Oh
Oh no, they're coming.
Oh Lord, they coming.
How much is she moving?
Moving twice.
She just
speed.
instant
Actually,
transmissions are way over there.
No,
She's
she's
zooming.
gonna stop. She's gonna stop there, but that's her full movement. She can't do anything
Oh,
else.
boy.
All right. So it is now second round. I would technically say this would be round 3.
It is round 3.
It is round 3.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you all begin to notice, the mist is now permanently thickened by Franz. You all no longer have visual sight over what is happening, and all of you are now blinded.
Wait, what? I
Yeah.
thought it was just a tower.
The area is heavily obscured as the fog has rolled down the tower and has obscured the immediate area around it.
Okay,
Oh,
no.
good.
What's the
Nightmare mode.
radius of this thing?
Pretty much
I'm calling
the entire area. At the top of the tower, it exudes out 120 feet.
Oh.
So pretty much the entire area here is covered.
Thank you, friends.
You're welcome. Mr. Sir Wiggle says you're welcome too.
But this applies to everyone else too in the area, right?
Yep.
Yeah, anybody that
Literally everyone right now, aside from probably these guys, are blinded.
Great. Garu, you're blind.
Welcome to my world.
As you whisper this, you hear the slight scared screech of a bugbear.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
Oh no.
Alright. So, Helena,
Hmm.
what are you doing?
Oh boy.
You're blind.
Well, I'm blind. Do I have to take an hide action for this, or am I gonna?
I'm gonna say, for the
How's
sake
this
of
gonna
the
work?
argument, you have advantage on stealth. Because
I have
nobody can
advantage
see
on
you.
stealth. Okay,
Yeah.
but I imagine disadvantage on the actual attack.
Yeah, like everyone's swinging at disadvantage.
Okay, so since I'd have disadvantage on the attack, but advantage would no, that would okay. Never mind. Okay, so to hit that'd be a 17.
Who are you hitting?
Sorry. I'll hit the guy that's like directly in front of Franz, one of these guys with the javelins or whatever.
Alright.
That are on the lower screen.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So disadvantage for. No,
Well,
I'm sorry. That was 17 for stealth. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, you are expertly hidden, and
Okay. And
I would
now
say-
disadvantage to hit. That's a 12.
It's a 12. Unfortunately, no. You fire an arrow, and you hear no sound of it connecting, aside from leaves.
Ja beans. Okay, that's mine.
All right. Franz, it is now your turn. You are well within the mists.
All right. So Franz he's just like, I have a godforsaken javelin jabbed through me. Yeah, this is going great. This is going a good night. So he's going to. By the way, does my healing spirit still stay active if it's up to 1 minute of a duration?
Healing spirit. I've never had to deal with this spell before.
Isn't a round a round of combat considered like 6
Yeah.
seconds?
6
Of wait.
It's a concentration spell and it lasts for up to a minute, I believe.
Yeah. It's
So yeah, it's up to
So
10
he's
rounds
good
of
on that
combat.
front.
Oh,
So long as it's the only thing you're concentrating on.
Yep.
pretty much. I don't have anything else going.
Now you can move it as a bonus action because it's only a 5-foot cube. So you'd have to move it if you want that to be effective. It's still technically where River used to be.
Cool.
Send it over by us.
I'm gonna have Sir Wiggles Senior to waddle over to the group.
Hey. Excellent,
Eh.
excellent.
And he's gonna just wave his little flipper in the air and be like, he can't say anything, he's just waving his flipper in the air if you want to get healed.
No, he goes wah,
Yes.
wah,
Wah.
You.
wah, wah.
You.
Now, how much should we?
Wait, hold on. I have an instrument just for this.
Yeah!
Perfect.
Finally.
Perfect. All right. So Mr. Wiggles is flapping in the mists, unseen.
He's sad because no one can see him doing his best. So, who actually is the most damaged amongst?
Probably River.
I got like fucking 16 left.
Go to Garo.
Garu. Okay. So
I can't help
Garu,
myself.
Sir Wiggles is gonna go and like gently pap you on the face as he climbs on your body to heal you.
Ugh.
You feel a slight fuzzy being. It's small, but it's not actively trying to hurt you, Garu, and suddenly you feel slightly better from before.
Gar's gonna give a little faint smile.
Yeah. And then it pecks you in the back of the head.
Ah!
So you actually get back 11 hit points.
Ooh, gnarly.
All right.
And also, so what? With that being said, Franz is going to, for his attack, in his line of sight, what's near him?
Nothing
Nothing,
that you
there's
can
mist.
see. There's nothing you can see. Your mist has caused this problem.
Ah, my blindness and my hubris. So instead, what Franz is going to do, he's going to use his wild shape, and he's going to take the form of a panther,
All right.
and that's going to be his entire action.
Okay. There you go.
That shit is that.
That's the same miniature I've been using for Franz since the beginning of this game. I do
Of always.
not have multiple animals, unfortunately. Alright, so, that will be the end of Franz's turn. River, it is now your turn. You are well below the mists, and you cannot see anything.
I cannot see even the guy next to me.
Unfortunately, no. It's like you can't even see in front of your hand, like the hand in front of your face. It's
But I know the guy was next to me.
You know he was next to you.
Then I'm going to attack that spot.
All right, make an attack with disadvantage.
Rubber figure. First is going to be either a. It's going to be either a 14 or. Ooh. Or higher than 14. So the 14 is the smaller.
All right, so unfortunately, nothing connects as you swing your rapier towards a point. You whiffed it for the very reason that you cannot see anything.
That's fine. Second attack.
All right.
Ooh, it's going to be either 21 or 15.
That will hit. As
Ah.
you're just sure he's there. You're sure. And so you reel back and you try to stab one more time and you feel something connect.
It's going to be a total of 8 points of damage.
Alright. And as it connects, you feel the full weights of something slump down and it brings your sword as you pull it out. It's dead.
I got another one!
Today's a good day for River.
Okay, there we go. I am going to I don't know where to go. I'm blind. But I know where I was thrown a javelin, so I'm going to try to approach that. I'm going to walk forward towards where Francis, bump against him, and then go around him.
You bump into a panther.
What the shit is that? Okay. Oh, it has a beard. It's Francis.
Climb on his back.
Oh,
No.
I would.
Candy.
I mean, River is
It's a size-
tiny enough.
Yeah.
No, it's a size bigger than me, so I can.
Alright.
Medium
But,
creature, to a small
I'm not
size
going to.
halfling.
Alright.
It's
so,
like-
So
Oh, you know what?
You feel around the panther and you feel the big bushy beard that you're very familiar with. Oh, this is Franz. And you hop onto the back of Franz.
Yeah, Franz, get him.
Alright.
In his mind, he's like, "Get them, please."
Please.
Alright. Alright, so I'm at the end of that. You guys, at the beginning of this round, you once again hear the horn that you had heard earlier, only this time significantly closer, even though you cannot see.
So we cannot see, but we are still going to be told.
We hear it, you dork.
We feel it.
Here.
Oh, River, you know I can't hear anything without my glasses.
Look at my glasses.
My glasses.
You hear
Oh shit.
the hard, thick thumps. And you hear and barely on the outside, beyond the mist, you see a larger form above all the others.
So we see it.
You see an outline, but you don't physically see him. You would have to leave the mist for it.
You need to be really careful with this thing because it can be used against you.
This mist shit.
Canis, it is now your turn.
It's fucking missed.
Am I still aware of the bugbear that's in front of me?
Oh, you are,
I've been
but
trying to beat up.
you are, but you're not sure if he's there anymore.
I need to go pee. I'll be right back.
I think I need to see him to use any of the. Oh no, that's range touch. Oh no, that wrong one. Range area is 60 feet, but I would have to see him in order to use that. So I guess I'm just gonna swing at the area with the mace then,
Alright,
since I can't see him to throw a spell at him.
okay.
Oh, that's with disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Also, Yarrow,
Goddamn disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yarrow, Fog Cloud is a concentration, and so is Healing Spirit. So, wouldn't one of those two be gone?
Would I be able to choose which one goes away, or does like me activating Healing Spirit automatically?
You
make the fog go
activating
away?
Healing Spirit turns off the concentration from before. So
We can see.
That would have been a decision that should have been made. However, this is going to probably be the one round where everyone is blind because the mist is coming down at its full peak and then it will dissipate out.
Fair
What
enough.
level did you cast that thing?
What?
At what level did he cast that thing?
I cast it at a 4th level.
Now,
It's a crit-
okay.
Alright. So,
I only got a 13 against its armor class with the mace attack.
unfortunately, that does not connect. As you swing out, you whiff it. There's nothing
Okay.
there.
I can still use my bonus action to attempt to hit him with the spirit weapon, though.
Yeah, and that does not need sight.
Okay, so that...
Magic.
Magic.
Magic
So
is
that's
fun.
a 16 versus armor class.
That will hit.
That deals 10 force damage.
Alright. As the claw once again reaches out and you hear the grabbing of something and crack. And you hear something flop onto the floor. Alright.
Ooh, my leg.
Alright, Lionel, it is now your turn.
I have no fucking idea what to do. I need sight in order to see. And I'm not casting flight again because that's a concentration spell. That would get me out of that, but make me a sitting duck. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna fucking TDI Mario Hotel wander on off to the left 20 feet and ready in action if I see anything.
Well,
I
you're
have an idea.
currently on the side of a tower.
That's what I mean. I know. I have a climb speed of 20. I could
Yeah.
do this.
Yep.
I say you cast Fog
Are you,
Cloud. at
wait,
full
are you
level.
going down or up?
No, I'm going left.
Like
Oh,
Spider-Man? to
along
side.
the tower. Okay.
Along the tower.
All right. So I'm assuming this direction then.
Yes.
Okay. Remember where everyone is.
I'm still in this fucking mist though, so like I said, until it goes away, I'm holding action to actually hit something. So my held action is, if the mist when the mist drops, I fire off a chromatic orb.
All right. Good to know. Right here. Here. You two are here. Alright. Good to know. Man, it's a good thing these things are clear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So, hold your action for a chromatic orb. Good to know.
Mist drops, throw chromatic orb at the first enemy I see.
Alright. Two. They begin to peer out to the side here. And a lot of them begin to actually see multiple you see no, none of you actually see that. Actually, no, Lionel. Since no, yeah, no. Alright. Group 1 are holding their turn. Garu, is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Can I do my actions first, then take a movement?
Yes.
All right then. So he's gonna like focus, activate wholeness of body to like go back up the full,
Okay. Oh wow.
and he's just gonna like strike in front of the guy in front of him.
All right.
All right. Now, do I have disadvantage since I'm already blind, or?
Technically, no. This is your environment.
Excellent. Just as I thought. Okie dokie. Here we go. That is 16.
16. All right, that will hit.
All right.
Yeah, these guys.
He is going to.
These guys are still
All right.
weak from the Spirit Guardian.
All right. He's going to like spend another key point to do flurry of blows.
All right.
All right. Let me just roll that. So should I just roll those first, or?
Yep.
Okay,
Roll,
dokie.
roll the attack before the damage.
Ah, gotcha. All right. That is a 16.
That will hit.
That is a 10.
That will not hit.
Okay. And just 2 d6s.
Yep.
Plus 3. That is a 5. A 4 plus the plus 3 from the strength bonus, so that's.
Alright. So, as you ready your fists, you just straight up across the body of this being, and it just goes slump. You hear the thud on the ground.
Did I do it again? Oh god, I did it again.
Yep.
You did it again. You made Sir Waddles watch that.
You know
Sir
you
Waddle
can,
approves.
Garo, you know you can do non-lethal damage, right?
Yeah, okay, so that's the case.
Just saying.
Just do-
You can say
No,
you want to subdue if you drop them to 0.
We do need
It's
someone alive anyway.
Was he teach only how to kill?
Maybe. Listen, that's part of the backstory. I say for the
Useless
sake,
grace,
like, of
my
the
son.
for the sake of the stakes and because it's funny, he's just gonna fucking accidentally die. So now that he has movement back, he's gonna go over by like Franz River and all that other group, just like take a stance again. I'm sorry, what did I miss?
Alright.
I question if you're doing this on purpose or not anymore.
Maybe. You don't know.
I mean, you have the option too.
I can't unsee like just Garo coming over all innocent, like, what happened? He's got like blood splatter all over his body.
Floorboards!
Alright, so
I killed a man today.
I killed 4.
So as Bombach stares beyond the mist, she runs out and she goes out screaming in the case of just like trying to induce fear. As she exits the mists, she sees a lot of people, and then she slowly backs her way back into the mist, and that's gonna be her movement. So, as the mist finally begins to settle and clear, everything is lightly obscured, but now you guys are able to see just on the outskirts over here.
Fuck everything. I'm throwing a goddamn fucking chromatic orb at these dickheads.
That is true. Go ahead. It is, now that you see them, you're like, them!
Like, fucking finally! 3rd level chromatic orb.
Alright.
Oh,
To who?
Point at him again, because I can't really see at this angle.
There's a big lad and a bunch of other lads.
I'm
bunch
focus
of-
firing big boy.
Okay, big boy's right here.
Focus firing big boy. Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh!
Amazing.
Do you want me to take a screenshot? I will do it.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, one
Keeps
moment.
happening. It keeps happening.
This person keeps just disintegrating shit.
He doesn't make a
I have-
save.
Right here, swapping luck.
He doesn't make a save, does he?
No.
On
No,
chromatic
yeah,
orb?
just
No, it's an
planes.
attack
It's a
roll.
+6 to attack rolls.
Yep.
Here,
So that-
hold
it's not
on.
a saving.
Let me, guys.
No, I trust you, but
No, I will give you the proof. Photo op.
Jesus, he's
Try.
fucking doing it.
There.
He's doing it.
Damn.
It happened
Okay.
again.
All right.
It keeps happening.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage, and then times 2.
Well, I know, it's just standing completely vertical, like cartoon style, along the wall with his tiny little, like, fucking possum feet. He just spirit bombs off the side. Kobe!
Actually,
What's your
a
rhyme
laser
for
from
this
the
one?
Sky.
smack.
I didn't have time for a rhyme because I didn't think I'd actually be able to hit anything.
You just yelled Kobe.
Kobe.
Kobe!
Who's
Gonna start
Kobe?
flossing.
You
So
hear
this
the
is
collective
going
of
to be-
voices saying, "Who's Kobe?"
So I'm gonna set this boy on fire because I think bugbears are quite flammable.
You know, Kobe Flabbergast, the inventor of the chromatic.
Alright, so it is 4d6. I have 2d6s, so I'll tell you the damage incomplete in a moment.
Don't you know your Arcana history?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 plus 3, so 16, 17, 18, 19, so 19 times 2.
18 times 2. All right. Wait,
I
is
can
that
calculate that.
Wait, hold on. That's an attack roll, correct?
The nat 20 was the attack roll. These are the numbers.
Hold on. This is very important. I need you to roll it one more time.
Okay.
I remember he has a thing.
What?
Fucking god damn it.
He's
Let me
the
guess, he
captain for a
keeps
reason.
on that one.
He has resistance to his damage, doesn't he?
Plus 6 because of the spell attack, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 to hit.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It's still hit. So, as you chromatic orb, as it begins to build up, and you throw it down, 38 points of fire comes towards him, and what you thought could have possibly been something slightly off in your image, you were sure it hit him, and it did. As it blasts him, something dissipates in front of him, and the cape begins to blow back. Tendrils begin to wave around as it begins to settle. And he looks at you.
I scream out and I point at him so everyone else can hear. He's Eldritch!
So we can assume
All right.
we assume he has resistance
So,
against magical damage.
at this point, as the fog begins to dissipate, you see a hulking bugbear, much bigger than all the other ones, who look scrawny and easily beatable. As a ball of fire bursts from him and pushes back the mists and dissipates it even further. You guys see his giant purple cape. There are 2 tendrils that flow down from it. You see he's got a scarred face and a missing tusk. And he stares up. Fine. You will be the one I challenge. And you see as he begins to pull out 2 big maces.
Don't like that.
He looks tough, but he's severely weakened. Alright, so.
Oh, yo, watch out. I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, Lord, he's coming.
You
This
done
one?
mashed up the lunar scepter. There was only one of those in existence. Good thing I got like 4 copies.
Alright, so. Helena, it is now your turn. You are staring at the sea of bugbears behind you.
Job,
this
Banes. Alright.
I was born in the shadow.
Molded
Are there any bugbears next to anybody in particular right now?
No.
Any of my allies?
No.
Okay.
This behind this thing, it looks like a goddamn entourage.
Great. Okay, I'll bonus action hide. So I can get the secretary.
Alright.
Alright, so that's gonna be a 25.
I'm gonna say, because that's so high, lie. I'm gonna say yes. Nobody noticed as everyone is looking up at this tiny Apsu that just tried to take out the captain.
Just threw a sun at him. Ah!
Alright. Then for attack, that's going to be an 18. I'm going to just attack one of the grunts
Alright.
right now. Just whichever one I have a direct line of sight on.
This one. Right next.
Okay.
to it.
Okay. So that's going to be... Let's maybe stop rolling low on those, please, and thank you. So that's 5. 18 damage.
18. He falls.
And just for my movement, I'm just gonna go behind Franz and River.
Alright.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay. Franz, you have River
Yep.
on top of you, and you
Okay.
see an entourage of bugbears, along with this one big one standing above all of them.
Okay. So the big bugbear, point to me where he is.
Right here.
All right. Quick question, guys. Who here is still hurt and or would like to be healed by Sir Waddles?
I am hurt. I don't know if there are people who need it more, though.
River. I know Garu. I think Garu's good.
I'm at
Yeah, I'm
21.
at the full.
Okay.
He's hurt, but he's fine.
If I can get the heal because we're getting close to them, I'll take it.
Okay. So
Prioritize front line.
so Helena, would you be all right if I healed River?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm still above half.
Okay.
I'm just yeah.
So as a panther, Franz like howls, and that just kind of signals Sir Waddles to be like, Dad's calling. And he like waddles over to where River is, and he just lightly paps her on the leg.
Yep. Feel a slight pat.
Let my webbing heal you.
Quick question: does the healing affect only one creature or the area?
It says up to it only for that 5-foot area. It can move up to 60 feet.
Because
Oh.
we are
But it
both
could-
in the same area.
Yeah, you guys are both in the same
Oh.
area. So you
So
both.
that technically means you proc both of you to get heals.
Oh.
Yep.
Well then, that actually works very good for me.
Well, if
So-
So it's best for the healing spirit to just, I guess, sprint through everybody.
That is true. So with that being said, we get 8 whole damage back.
I'm gonna say because he kind of beelined towards you two, he also crossed Helena as well.
Okay. So
Oh,
Helena,
sweet.
you also get 8 points back.
Lovely, thank you.
So he kind of just he's a moving healing.
I just imagine the fucking thing waddles through her like a ghost.
No, he like just starts levitating, T-posing, and just phases through everybody. You're
And they said penguins can't fly.
Motherfucker, wing.
He's fucking
Alright.
soaring. That's what he's doing.
All right.
Now, so
That would be considered your bonus action moving the spell. You
okay.
still have your action.
Now, question: would I be able to cast a spell? And I know it's gonna make Sir Waddles go away, but would I be able to do it?
What's the spell?
It's gonna be Fog Cloud, but it's gonna be not at us.
Why are you doing this?
Well, I mean,
I was gonna do it on the where the main captain and all the other bugbears were to like blind them.
that was still affect the immediate area of everyone.
Ah, dang it. Well,
You just
That'd
can't
be-
smoke bomb him.
well, there goes that plan.
Wait, can you cast spells as a panther? I thought it was higher level.
You
I
aren't
can-
able to cast in wild shape, I think, but you are able to maintain concentration of spells that you cast while outside of it.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
I was about
So-
to say.
All right, so right now, I think all France is gonna do is just kind of stay where he is because he's not too sure how to really gauge the situation.
All right.
But he
Neither
is gonna
am I.
like wild shape out of that form and just kind of go back to being a human. But that'll be his turn.
All right.
France.
As
Now
you
Riffer is on
wild-
his shoulders and he's like, "Get off me."
All right. I'm gonna sit here down.
Oh, don't put me behind him. If I'm going to get down, put me next to him.
She just flops off.
Oh, motherfucker. All right.
What was that?
What the fuck was that?
Let him play. Accept it.
Sorry, now all I hear is this throughout this entire reaction.
All right. So, that being the end of Franz's turn, it is now currently River's turn.
I'm going to turn off my brain and River. Oh, you people. Okay, fine. We need to clean house. We cannot just focus on one guy. But I'm going to start on from line to line. So the guy in front, at the very front of France.
Yes.
So I can still move one more square after that. I'm going to use my double attack against him.
All right. Go ahead.
Dirty 20.
That will hit.
It will be 5 points of damage.
All right.
Second attack. 7, 4, that's 11 plus 6. That's going to be 17.
17. All right. That guy
Huh.
goes.
It's going to be 8 points of damage.
All right. And he dead. As
Yeah.
as you
What-
cut into, you're noticing these guys are becoming more and more like paper, as the ranks get thinner.
Okay. I use my action. I'm going to use my 5 extra feet to move backwards towards France.
All right.
Just a little, just getting some space.
All right.
And I'm going to finish my turn.
Okay. So it's the end. And
It's going to hurt.
you see Lionel as he puts down his maces, still staring at you. You see as from behind him, he pulls out a couple of javelins. He's gonna throw 2 of them at you. So the first one is going to be a 10.
That matches. Does that miss me?
Meets it beats.
Meets it beats? Alright, fuck you, reaction. Shield.
Shield!
Alright. And that's plus...
I think that's a roll of
Plus
15.
5.
Plus 5? Alright, so as you see one of the javelins come towards you, you're all like, oh, nope, and you cast shield, and it just goes whoomp along the wall, and it cracks against the shield. However, the second one, that one's going to be a 17,
Of course
19.
that'll hit.
Yeah.
Of course that'll hit.
Okay. 17, 19. Alright.
Hold for dear life, Lionel.
See, that's going to be 13 points of damage of piercing as it goes past the shield and it hits you. I need you to make a strength check to see if you're still holding onto the side of the building.
Oh, good. I have -1 in that. What a perfect time to get in that one.
Oh no!
No.
Oh!
Protect the child.
He, oddly enough, is the child. Oh no.
Oh no.
But where am I?
River, you are...
I died.
Alright.
I
So,
was 1 square over. Sorry.
Oh.
No,
No, you
no,
were-
at the front. Front.
yeah, you're here.
Okay.
front of the fronts. Alright, so now as you fall, you take
How high up were you?
it's 1d10 for every 10 feet.
So 50.
It's what this 6, not what this 10. Yarrow?
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You use these 2s or the 10s?
I used
It's
d10s.
10.
It's 6.
It's D6s for.
Yeah.
It's
For every 10
D6
feet.
per 10 feet.
Is it D6 for full damage?
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, it's D6 per 10 feet.
So
Up
50.
to a max.
So,
Yeah.
so 5
You
so
were-
5 D10s then.
D6.
D6.
No.
5 D6, I'm sorry.
No, you were only 20 feet. Where are
Oh.
you getting 5? You were not like 50 feet into the air. Alright, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground. Good. And
Oh,
you're
fuck.
gonna be
Uh-oh.
prone.
Did rolling that one, so.
Alright. And as you hit the ground, you see as this big hulking being now dragging his 2 maces behind him. You are the one I challenge. And
Challenge my ass. I'm getting in there.
that will be the end of his turn. Canis, it is now your turn. You're still facing off against this guy.
I didn't realize there was a guy still there.
Oh, it actually. I don't think I ever.
Start of his turn. Did you roll for the spirit card?
I don't think so. Not last time. That'd be a 4. So
Sure don't make that one.
I'm gonna say he's already dead.
I remember
Yeah, that's
all
another
of them.
14 radiant that he had took on his turn.
Yeah,
Ouch.
the fear of the platinum dragon was imbued upon him. All right, so you're free.
Hey, as a bonus action, I'll move the spiritual weapon closer to Garu. It moves at 20 feet.
There's that.
Can he grab it?
No, it's just floating there by him.
Ah, gotcha.
And Canis will move, with his move, will go 30 feet closer to where Lionel fell.
So you can get right about there.
Okay. And for his action, he'll fire the spell. Where is it? Toll the Dead at the Bugbear that's by Lionel. So he has to make a wisdom save.
All
That's a
right.
big boy.
That's a natural 1.
Spectacular. Does he have less hit points than his maximum?
He has
I mean,
currently.
I mean,
from-
It's
yeah,
one of
Lionel-
the effects of the spell.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
took him
only-
I gave him a 38 points of damage with a fireball.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
If the target has less than max health, then instead of D8 damage, it does D12s for damage.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's
Go, man.
14 necrotic damage.
So.
It's the fucking train again.
The Doom Train.
So, Canis, how shall you slay? Without,
Oh,
even, without even giving him a chance.
Well, the effect of Toll of the Dead is a loud gong, so instead I'll have it be his stand screams at him.
the
So-
roar.
As you hear a toll, as if the bells of death and justice come roaring through, you see the giant dragon-like spiritual form that exudes from you stares down like eyes, and with one roar as it begins to screech out,
The bells. I can't believe Canis is going to burn down freaking King's Landing.
almost as if not even to try and let that challenge begin. You watch as he falls a lot of the bugbears, their eyes looking wide, begin to panic. They are all collectively frightened of your group now.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck you.
Sits on the ground.
As you're saying face down with the middle finger.
Yeah,
to
you
the
like
air.
hold up a middle finger. Yeah, fuck you.
That's what you get for disturbing my sleep.
I didn't even have to touch him. He simply died of grief.
Alright. So, that being said, you guys still have about a round's worth to get rid of as many of these guys as you can.
We need one.
Just
Need one alive.
And they're all frightened, right?
Yep. Lionel, it is currently your turn.
Alright, well, I stand up,
Uh-huh.
turn around and see any of the motherfuckers who are still there. I am so done with this hot garbage. I'm casting Magic Missile at 3rd level, bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Subdue.
Okay. How many?
So, if one end... Okay, so, as long as I knock out the one, the rest can be lethal on everyone else.
Sweet.
Lionel just, fucking, holds his little tiny hand on top of the wall to use it as, a crutch to get himself back up. He looks over at everyone else's entire eyes just start, just fucking radiating ethereal fucking magic. And he lets out a possum hiss and he throws out magic out of his mouth like a dragon.
And as your maw opens, as they begin to spread out into the sky, how many are you taking out?
Well, I'm aiming for the first. These darts are gonna aim for the first one, so I'm gonna roll for each. And if it knocks him out, then it's moving on to someone else lethal. So the one that's the furthest away is taking the brunt.
Alright, so...
In front of me.
This one?
Yeah, that dude.
This one is gonna be knocked out. So...
But I need to roll okay, because I have, fucking... At 3rd level, this stuff is... It's 3d4s plus 1.
Okay.
So, how many... let me roll this, I guess. Alright, so 4, so 5 on the first roll, 5 points of... Second roll, another 5.
Alright, so he gets knocked out.
Alright, and we'll pass on to the one that's in front of River. He's taking lethal damage. That boy right there is taking a fucking chunk of this one. And this one will be 4 points of force damage.
Alright. As this one it hits, it rings off the chainmail, and it's beginning to look even more panicked, and it turns. Alright. That'll be... I'm assuming that's it for Lionel?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Alright. So... This company...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, it's additional, wait, hold on, 1d4, it's 4, I'm sorry, I get to do one more, it was 3 additional, I read it off wrong.
Ah, okay.
So he gets another hit.
Alright.
That one will be another 4 points of damage.
Okay, so that's 8 in total?
He took 8 lethal.
Okay. He's on the ground crawling.
Good!
He's not doing too hot.
Fuck this guy! Fuck every single one of them! That is end of turn.
Alright, so a round of one of the companies of 4 of these guys turn around and they book it back into the forest as fast as possible. Alright. And Garu, it is now your turn.
Okay, so Garu's gonna approach over the corpse of the dead leader over by River and Lionel.
Okay.
He's gonna face towards the ones that still remain, and and face them. Your leader failed his trial, and so will you. Leave or suffer the same fate he did. And he whips out his gun and fires a warning shot.
Oh my god! Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Okie dokie.
I was about to say, Gary, they already
Fucking
running.
aims at
That is a 16.
He literally just wants to
And
use
that's
the
an
gun.
8, so that's a 16.
All right. So already fucking frightened. Some of the ones that wanted to kind of stay behind. As soon as you fire off the warning shot, they realize that bad, and they begin to now actively try and leave the area.
Yeah, bang, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All we have is javelins. He has a fucking gun.
Yeah.
Free
What are
action,
we
tell
doing?
everyone there's one still on the roof.
Alright,
Adam.
and
Good to know.
wait,
He's gonna
he
have a
still has
bad
one-
time.
So
are there still any remaining?
another group ends up leaving. That was on this side here. They end up fleeing
They
as fast as
Scatter
possible.
like fucking dogs.
Are there any more stragglers? Any more? Literally any
There's-
more? Like even
There's
one?
one right here. There's one on top of the roof, and there's one that's in group 3 towards his end. He's leaving.
What about
Did they
Cole and
notice?
Fred?
Did they notice their friend, their leader fucking get it?
Yeah, I think they know.
Yeah.
Okay, Gar's gonna slowly look up. You will not survive, and fire off another shot.
How do you see this, man?
I feel it.
How you?
You
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You see, Bracky, his gun is an eye. It lets him perceive the entire world. It's like a spyglass, except
Actually-
for some
Exactly.
people.
actually
So that's what
due
the
to
third eye really
The
is.
distance of the bullets gives me more sight.
Actually, due to the sharp sound of the gun, Garu, the reverberations allow you to immediately see almost everything in almost perfect detail for a split second.
What?
He's a Vanishtrani of feet.
It's like a
Is
bat.
this his seeing
He doesn't
eye
have
gun?
eyes.
I'm leaving. Fuck this.
No fun, Bracky.
You guys are still not understanding the point of Garu is almost like Daredevil.
Can I be blind?
But he doesn't have eyes. He can't see. Period.
You're fucking using echolocation with the bullets, man.
Echolocation.
Oh god.
God.
Yeah, I know, but they would just look like blobs, not like clear vision.
For a split second, the sound waves, the reverberation, and the echoes almost make a slight clear vision. Kind of like the same way with Daredevil when he sees things rain.
Yeah, but he
Makes
suffers
it-
when that happens.
It makes that.
Okay, sure.
Oh my god, that was loud, but I can see everything.
I can see.
Oh, it's
I
gone
can
now.
find.
Oh.
God, you guys have to make me detail something that is infinitely more complicated than it needs to be.
You did
It's
this to
okay.
yourself.
I understand, Yarl. I'm just pushing Bracky's face away. It's all right.
How the fuck does that work? Why not be blind? I can
As
see
a
everything.
DM, I will sit here and go, yo, that was rad. Don't worry about it.
I agree.
Yeah,
It's his energy.
it was amazing.
All right. So you're aiming towards the person that's on the roof.
Yeah, just a warning shot. Like, he's just peeking over the corner. He, like, you will not survive, and aims at the brick next to him.
I'm gonna say make an attack roll with disadvantage because technically
Give
three.
me the kneecap and he falls off.
Okay, sure. With disadvantage, why not? That is a 6. And that is a 2.
Okay, so
Cairo, that
You-
kills people.
it hits the side, and you see, like, the rest of you see as it chips away a bit of the tower, but yeah, it does ricochet off the side of the rock, but yeah, it's weird seeing a blind man with a gun.
Does it scare him, though? The
Oh.
guy up there.
Oh, definitely. They're already pissing his pants from the initial fire.
Hey, Yarrow, is pretty much combat over? Because I want to do something.
At this point, there's one person crawling on the ground, but yeah, their combat is pretty much complete. They have.
Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty much gonna let them take care of that. Lionel holds firebolts in both his hands, and starts Spider-Man up the wall towards the guy. Intimidation check.
Oh, this poor fucking dude. Jesus.
As I've noted, everyone failed. Everyone's already been intimidated and very much frightened, so I'm gonna just say it's with advantage.
Good. No, I want this. I want him to be even more scared. Make him jump off or something. I don't care.
So, and
That's
Get the fuck off my tower. Double 15. So that is a intimidation. That's a 16 on both ends.
and you see his like, all right, I'll go.
I keep walking. I don't fucking give. I don't. Even if he's doing that, I still come at him.
He walks over to the side, hoping that all of his companions are there. They had long since left. The ones that got him on the roof.
And he sees
It's
the
just a
little
fucking
possum
dust
crawling
cloud.
towards. The possum is crawling towards him with fire fist. And he's not stopping.
And
I keep walking to him.
he's gonna reach for the door to go down.
I just keep chasing. I'm gonna Mr.
Alright.
X this. I'm having Lionel walk after him very methodically.
All right. So as you're doing, he is rushing through your fucking house. He's trying to get out as fast as possible.
Hey, can I do something?
Yeah.
Can I turn the second floor that is barren into a prison cell?
Oh.
So here's the,
I have mending.
so here's the thing. The way that Galder Showers works is that it's set in stone when the spell is cast.
Okay,
you
fair enough.
can't change it, much like the mansion spell, but with this one in specifically, unfortunately, no.
Okay, that's fair. Can I lock both the upper door and the bottom door on that floor?
That you can do because you technically control this tower.
Cool. When he gets to the second floor, he's locked in both up and down.
All right. And as he's trying to violently pull at the door, it's just not budging.
I walk back down the I walk back down or crawl back down. He's stuck in the second floor.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out some rope. I'm going to go ahead and tie the one that's knocked out.
All right.
So what's Lionel's killer attribute for Dead by Daylight?
Chromatic orb, obviously.
Yes, fair enough.
It's like that axe throwing for the huntress.
Every wizard has this spell that they use a lot. All right, so
And unfortunately for Lionel, it's Chromatic Orb.
So, it's down. So, at this point, as the battle begins to cool off, the rest of you guys see one bugbear dragging himself along the dirt trying to leave. Helena, you end up tying out one of the knocked out bugbears. There's a bunch of dead bugbears in the immediate area.
When I'm done with tying up the bugbear, am I allowed to collect any of the arrows I shot at all?
Unfortunately,
Some of them were inside, people.
make an investigation check to see which ones are not fucked up.
Oh, there goes that dice. Bap. Investigation. That is a 24.
So, after doing a little bit of looking around and kind of pulling out arrows from bodies, you're noticing they do not have the same rigidity as before. You probably get like 3 arrows that you used in this battle that kind of hold up the same, but the rest are bent, broken, or just cracking.
That is fine.
I want to look through the main boss to see if he has any notes of importance or
Make
anything
an investigation
notable.
check.
Loot his body.
Loot
Carve!
the tentacles.
So,
Oh wait, that's
Carve.
right. He has a fucking cloak of tentacles.
That's going to be a 14.
alright. So, aside from the obvious cloak, you do see that his pouch is full of a lot of gold. I'm talking probably maybe 500 pieces of gold.
Nice.
He's
Good
he's
lord.
probably been doing this for a while, and the cloak, it's strange. It's almost as if there's something in front of it, but there isn't. as if it's a slight displacement of vision for you. As you tear it off of him, it ceases to do so, and there are two tendrils that kind of go beyond the cloak, with what looks to be some slight spikes sticking out from the side, and it's a very deep black and purple. It's very nice, and based off of your experience with magic so far, it's obviously magical.
Does he have any notes, any journal, any book?
So as you begin to rummage through more and more of his stuff, there are no physical notes that are legible, considering he is a bugbear. But it seems like he had. He also seems to have just like a really basic like sound off horn, which is kind of his call sign here, and kind of keeps it off to the side.
Any familiar symbols?
No.
Okay.
As for the rest of the bugbears, for about each bugbear probably has 1 or 2 pieces of gold upon them. If you guys kind of begin to pile up the bodies.
Yeah.
I'll notify the group. Apparently a magic cloak and a bunch of coin.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check on that cloak.
Go ahead.
Here I go!
Alright.
Arcana with a +6. That is a 17.
So, generally speaking, I would say identify, but...
Oh, fair. I do have that spell.
Yeah. Well, in this downtime, you guys spend about 30 minutes kind of rummaging through, making sure the area is clear, and then also collectively looting. So by the time you're done with figuring out what this cloak is, it's a Cloak of Displacement.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ooh, yep.
From what
For the uninformed, what is that?
So basically, here. So I'll send whoever wants the item itself, or you can add it.
I have the description right here.
Yeah.
While you wear this cloak, you project an illusion that makes you appear to be standing in a place near your actual location, causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn. This property is suppressed while you are incapacitated, restrained, or otherwise unable to move. It's a cloak of afterimage.
Yeah, like
I say,
So
I say since me and River are already tanky enough, throw it onto Garu.
Yeah, give it a Garu.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I had you make that second roll earlier, because I'm all like,
I had a feeling.
Displace himself.
Yep.
And he didn't get it against my attack because it was a saving throw.
Not to mention, I think it was the same turn.
Well, also, after it hit him, it stops for that turn. It only
once
starts
you use
once
it, it stops. You have to. It's a once a day thing.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
So once
Well, no,
turn.
it starts again at the beginning of the turn.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
Please
work.
give it
with
a
a saving-
Garu.
It doesn't
It's a
work if
passive
it's a saving
ability.
throw. Here's the thing: it doesn't
Yeah,
work
as-
if it's a saving throw.
As some of the group approaches Garo to like hand him the cloak, he's just happy to like with the biggest grin on his face, loading his gun. Jesus Christ! It finally worked the way I expected it to.
Killing someone?
No, not at all. Well, you see, I didn't really know what this thing was at first, but once you and me started messing with it, I realized how dangerous it really is. But then I had another thought. If everyone knows how lethal a gun is, then maybe I can use that to my advantage.
Oh my god, this is Walmart in fucking fantasy form.
He's just carrying a big gun because everyone knows it's scary.
No, officer, what do you mean it's lethal?
I lean slightly over to Canis, and I just go, "Isn't he blind?
Yes.
Why does
That's
he
the
have
thing.
River, those
All I'd have to do is
boring
aim it at
hands.
them. All I had to do is aim it at them, and they would second guess starting any unnecessary conflict. Nobody has to die if they're running away.
they also could fire back at you if they have a ranged ability or magic.
Or their own gun.
Well,
Oh, when you punch
think of
them.
it like this. Well, think of it like this. What's more dangerous, a man with a loaded gun or a blind man with a loaded gun?
I wouldn't call it dangerous, more concerning.
Lionel just like fucking catatonic faces, just like mouth open like a Pez dispenser, like eh.
Exactly.
I'm going to walk away from this, and I'm just going to leave little.
I grab River by the shoulder and I stop her. No, we're not ending this. There's still the matter of the fact that there's someone on the second floor locked in my tower.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
That's a little kinky.
I'm just preparing some like in a table. I'm going to put your parts, and I'm going to everyone gets at least 50 gold pieces, and the rest is going to go to the share funds.
Oh, sweet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's figure out what we want from this guy so I can go the fuck back to sleep.
What's worse?
Now I can finally buy the 2 bullets I fired.
All right.
Everybody gets 50, you said, right, Bracky?
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
and the
Oh,
rest
wait.
is going to from the community funds.
So Yarrow.
Yep.
Combat is over, correct?
It is.
Okay, so Sir Waddles comes out, he starts waving, then he just slowly disappears.
He's fucking like his final change the world. My final message.
Wow.
Goodbye. And he just fucking dissipates.
He starts to dissipate, screams in agony, and then vanishes.
Oh God!
Did that
Okay.
just talk? No.
For those who want to keep track, the shared account has a total of 290 gold pieces.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. All right. So,
That can buy me a really
Is-
nice suit.
as you guys
This is really interesting.
finally head back in, dragging a unconscious bugbear with you.
What about the other guy? We let him go.
Did you guys let him go?
I
No.
did not want to let him go. I was just
No,
like,
I
okay,
would.
who's,
I didn't want to let him go either.
who's
Sign
gonna
up.
take care of the guy
He's
who's hauling
hogtied
away?
over in the corner.
I gave up my rope, so somebody needs to give theirs.
All right.
I don't
Oh,
have
I don't
another
need
one.
to. The Lionel kind of just like walks over. Oh, you don't need rope. Don't worry about it. Magic missile him in the head.
Jesus
Jesus Christ!
No, not dead. He's knocked out. I walk
Oh.
over, I put my palm next to his temple, and I subdue magic missile him.
Okay. All right. And
Jesus.
That's fucking brutal.
yeah, I was about to say.
It's basically like hitting a guy with a fucking steel chair. Think of it that way.
Sure.
Just from behind.
They just hit him with a stick.
All right. So, as it all comes down, and you guys
Just give me 5
binding
minutes
up
inside that.
to.
Give me 5 minutes in that room, and I'm going to knock.
You're going to what?
Okay.
I'm going to knock him unconscious. The guy who's trapped.
All
Oh,
right.
well, I mean, like, let's just gather the other two in there, because you're gonna need me to unlock the door. I magically sealed it.
Catch.
All right. So as you drag the other two behind you, and you unlock the door, you see as it flips open after this guy has been trying for so long to pull it open. He sees a group of people down this stairwell.
Hello, darling.
We are going
No.
to beat you to death.
No, you are not going back.
Lionel pops his head out last, very slow pan.
You're going to give us some information.
Me no speak good, so
You seem to speak just fine.
Oh,
I
that's
can-
quite alright, comprehend language. Now I understand you. Now I'm inside your mind.
oh, this is strange. This is strange. And he begins to back away into the open room.
I imagine we all follow, or at least Helena does.
Yep.
That's super creepy. Where like those kids from Kids Next Door that never speak.
The delightful children who got the
Yeah.
land.
Oh my god!
You're gonna
We
give
just
this man
slowly
nightmares.
You are weird people.
No, incorrect. We are annoyed weird people. As a bunch of people are trying to jump us during the night. So you might excuse us for being a little jumpy.
I'm just hungry.
Can you not whisper?
Yeah, don't whisper, dude. We can't hear you.
I'm hungry.
He's hungry.
Mother.
Lionel's eyes twitches. What?
Franz hands him a leaf.
He sees
I'll
the
hit him the
leaf.
kneecaps with my shield.
He sees the leaf and he kind of gnaws at the side of it and rips a bit off and begins to chew.
Oh, you are not doing the moral imperative with us. Pah! We have no time for this.
I did this for food. You have.
Oh, you know what? You can start doing some gardening, or you start doing some farming, or getting
Lionel,
some fruits.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on him.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not going to play the guilty card with me.
15, 16, 17. 17 insight.
From what you can tell, a lot of these guys are much skinnier than the big guy that you guys faced. Obviously, they were following a leader, and they were told if you steal things, you get food.
Guys, keep an eye on him. I'll be right back. I go downstairs. I get a bowl of frog soup and I bring it to him.
All right, and as you do, he takes the tiny little frog leg and he goes.
I just let him take the bowl and I walk back.
Are you going to give him food after what happened?
Lionel holds his hand out to River to like shut her up, like shh.
So I was hungry and I was told food would be provided. Should I do what everyone else was doing?
Who was your master and what was his entire story?
Oh, what was it? Who was, rather?
Eliknos. He was big one that you killed.
So what does that make us now that we killed your master?
That makes you leader.
Lionel fucking SpongeBob faces.
Are there others?
Yeah, the ones
More
that
of
ran
you.
away.
Is there anyone bigger?
No. The one, Eliknos, we could never touch him, so that's why we thought he was good leader.
He was using magic. That cloak he had created an image of himself. So if if any of you tried to attack him, you would have met with failure.
Oh.
Where's your camp?
We don't have camp. We move. Eliknos said when day would come, we go new place. And then day come, new place. Day come, new place.
So they try to hide their location to not be tracked.
That would explain why they've been out here so long and why they haven't been caught.
Eliknos was smart.
Sure.
Well, he's dead now, so he couldn't have been that smart.
What will you
I
do
see.
now that your leader is gone?
Find food.
How will you do this? Lionel actually takes very big solace in this. Describe to me what you believe would be the best way for you to find food.
Find a person, take food.
No.
Oh.
You see animals, yes? Creatures that don't speak.
Oh, they tough catch.
You must learn that. You're going to have... taking from other people is not going to net you anything. It's going to have people like us almost slay all of your friends. Instead, find an animal, slay it, learn to hunt, learn other things, learn to actually do things for yourselves. By then, you should be able to actually hold some kind of tribal communication with each other.
Get a job, man. What are you doing with your life?
I mean, he doesn't need a job. We're taking him. I mean, these three at the very least in to whatever cell they're gonna keep them. I'm sure.
Where do
We
you
should
see yourself
probably
in 5 years? No. It's like,
We should probably bring at least some proof that their leader is dead.
We have the
Hmm.
cloak.
We have it right
We
here.
have the
He just
cloak and we
flips
have the
it.
corpse
and the corpse outside.
of the only well-fed bugbear, it seems.
I think they all saw it.
No, and you know what we also do have? Lionel turns around to everyone else and then holds his arm back to point at this guy. A testimony.
What testimony?
Your word.
Basically, what you're doing right now.
Basically, what
words.
you're doing, yeah. What you're doing with us, you will describe to the humans that we're taking you to.
Oh, humans.
You have two options. Either you're going to, put some effort into getting something in a proper manner, or die.
The best way we could do this is that you're going to face justice for what you've done. There's no excusable way for you to get away with the fact that you actually harmed people. However, you were simply following orders because you were pushed into a situation you did not like. We could tell that to the humans, and they might make your punishment less severe.
Make a persuasion.
So I was gonna walk up to him and crouch down. They have a saying back home, one that I live by. Everything must be repaid. Respect of respect, cruelty of cruelty. What you've done needs to be repaid. But maybe it won't be so bad.
I would say Lionel, make a persuasion check with advantage because of guard.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Well, I wasn't
What
gonna
is
get any. I wasn't gonna get any better than that. I have a +4 persuasion, so a 23.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
23.
Nice.
20 fucking 30.
I rolled a 19, and I have a +4 in persuasion.
Yeah.
Sick.
As long as food is provided,
In the whisper.
as long as I get to eat.
I'm certain they'll feed you well, or at least more than you're getting right now.
Which is,
Wait.
I assume, nothing.
Quick question: what do we know about the laws? Are he's going to get executed, or is he going to actually get the
Execution or jail time? Or
So,
Well, if
That
we
depends on-
spin the story to the justice system, that could at least be in his
Because-
favor.
Because we are thinking too
Mhm.
modern. We are thinking he's going to jail and to get fucking killed.
all right. So here's the deal. Depending on which city you decide to take him, and there are currently 3 cities that want these guys, dead or alive. So I will go ahead and pull this up.
Oh man, I love bikini fighting girls.
Let's see.
They're all up.
You want to play some volleyball on a time limit
Like, yeah.
until a fucking volcano explodes and destroys the island?
All right. So the 3 cities that want these guys is Krug, Stoth, and Vale.
We
And
need to go back to Vale. No, we need to.
yeah, we would have to turn around to go back to Vale, and
and
we were on our way to Krog.
you're
And
on your way to
I
Krog,
want
but
to go to Hard, right?
Stoth is the city that borders between Vale and Krug. Stoth is kind of this. It's a newer town that was built as kind of an experiment to see if the plains is a livable place. Luckily, they've kind of been able to find water, groundwater, and making a proper system there. So there is no immediate leadership. There is a town noble that was put in place by the people over by Baccarat, and also kind of acting as a coordination between Vale and Krog, a respite for people that are traveling.
Do we know how severe they are?
Make a history check to who wants to make it.
Canis will try that.
Go for it.
12.
Bad roll. 17.
17. As far as you know, the justice system, especially within Al-Anon, is based off of your father's justice system, which,
A
punishment.
little heavy on the mercy.
Punishment and crime is based off of judgment. There is mercy, but there is, the jail and prison system, especially within Al-Anon, is very unkind. But he's not going to be killed, but he'll be put to work, depending on the severity of his personal actions.
It's gonna be a time for him to turn his life around.
Yeah. And also considering that he's not human, and bugbears are more akin to traveling in nature and kind of avoiding settlements, they probably won't be looked upon to with too much care. The book is going to come down hard on this guy. And
the other city?
Any other city, if it's Vale, the judgment will be done by the Queen. If it's Aurario, the judgment will be done by the High Church of Bahamut. The Emerald Enclave, judgment is by Lana. If it's done in Krog, judgment is done by the lead noble.
I'll be honest. River doesn't care about this guy. I only care about which one is closest to Rite.
Rite is between the Bordean Canyons and Krog.
So Krog. Oh, I'm okay with just getting the bounty, but I need to get the Rite.
Helena shrugs. I don't mind either.
Lionel's holding his face, just like.
As far as we know, we just need the main guy's head as proof enough to show that they were dealt with.
True.
I don't really care much for this, and she just motions to the butler.
Lionel snaps his fingers. Do I, in any of my library books, do I have a picture book of wild game that's good to eat?
Hunting 101.
Yeah, basically, I want to give them a Hunting for Dummies book.
Given your long history, especially considering your family had to hunt to eat at certain points, you definitely know predator versus prey, and yeah, you would have something recorded for that.
I go upstairs to my library. I come back down. It needs to have as many pictures as possible, at least illustrations to show how to get this shit done.
There are various rabbits, various certain types of monsters that are weak enough to be killed and eaten for. There is a picture of a fug, which is a wingless body but build duck thing that are known for being huge nuisances, especially during fug season. But yeah, exactly. As far as you guys know, there is one famous fug in all of Al-Anon, and it was the fug that was owned by Mondamea, who is one of the 6 original heroes from 100 years ago. And then there is also several different kinds of fish, as well as one odd-looking fish monster that you somehow recorded and eaten. It was really weird. I think I personally own the physical embodiment of a fug. They are a custom homebrew monster that I threw in this game for funsies. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I go back downstairs and I hand him the book. Inside this book contains pictures and ways to cook and ways to kill things that will be able to feed you and your people and you will not be shunned by any of the more intelligent races.
Okay.
So you are allowed to kill anything in this book and eat it. And they are easy to kill.
Except the examples where there's people.
I
Those
made
are
sure
the
there is
ones.
none. I made sure there is none.
He just rips out that one page.
Like there's this one guy putting a trap. The guy's in the book. I can kill the guy.
As you hand him the book, it's almost as if touching something new for the very first time. And he begins to kind of grab one piece of paper and he begins to kind of pull at it.
I stop him. No. I show him how to flip the page.
Oh, okay. He
This is
turns the
exactly
page
how my
over like
first
really
reading went.
rudimentarily.
Yeah, no, let him be as rudimentary as he wants, so long as he sees what's going on.
I swear, we're going to come back to this guy in a year. He's going to have glasses, just licking the thumb and just.
Does he just
Character
become
progression.
We're gonna
Professor
pencil
Hulk?
you in on Saturday for meeting.
Does he become fucking Professor Hulk in the next few years?
We made a book
Sure.
club.
He will.
Listen, I will do this for this, okay? This will be a thing. I will make Professor Hulk.
I was ready to cook
God.
this guy.
He begins
Pardon?
to look at picture book, and he flipping.
I have never had bugbear.
Oh, okay. No attack human, only picture.
Humanoids.
Okay.
Anything in this picture you see out in the wild, you may hunt and eat.
Alright.
Also fruits.
Yep, I pat him on the shoulder. Pick up your friends and leave, and show them this book. Tell them what I told you.
Or else we'll be back.
And Garo just slightly taps the gun.
You see him flinch a bit. As he
Unless you want
closes
people
book.
like us to come back and actually hunt you, listen to what I had to say.
Okay.
I pat him on the shoulder, let him go, and I usher him outside with his friends.
And
Question: how many of his friends did we get? Was it just him?
Two.
Just one
Two.
other? Two.
yes,
Two living.
This guy.
So there are
Okay.
three guys in total.
As they're leaving, I want Franz to give them each a leaf and be like something for the road.
and they all look slightly confused aside from the guy that you gave one earlier, and he bites back into the leaf and begins to chew on it.
Okay.
You know what?
so-
I will give both his pals a. If they both wake up, I'm gonna give them both a bowl of frog soup as well for the road.
Alright, so after convincing these bugbears that they no longer should be attacking people or humanoid beings, they should be hunting for game, you've convinced them that the leader is weak and that they need to fend for themselves. And after
Vote for your leaders.
teaching them little bits about hunting and sending them on their way with some frog soup and a leaf, you see as they go back out into the forested area, never to be seen for however long you wish.
Lionel claps his hands, shuts his door, looks back at everyone else, fucking like old man hovers over like 15 inches. Ah! I'm going to fucking bed!
And as Lionel, you stomp your way back up to your room, and as the night goes on, I'm assuming nobody else wants to do anything.
They're
Nope.
Nothing at all.
Nope.
He's gonna like get all. Garo's gonna get cozy in his new blanket.
All right.
Oh, we do take the body in. We'll take the big boy's body, though.
Canis will cast gentle repose as a ritual on the body.
Quick
Thank
question.
you, nailed it.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a
So it
question.
doesn't stink up the house.
Okay. So
Gentle
as-
repose lasts for like 10 days, I think.
10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
It preserves the body.
So
It prevents it from decaying and can't be used for animate dead. Or, yeah, the one that raises skeletons and shit.
all right. So as
this-
the night proceeds onward and the new day begins to rise, there is this hulking bugbear body, free of actual physical damage. It's just he's just dead.
He's just
Dying from
bleeding.
stress.
He's
Just
just
corpse.
bleeding from the ears.
You hear your dragon like familiar in the back of your head, Canis. You can extract him.
Yara, one question. In our way to Crag, do we go to Crag first, or is a hard ride first?
So on the way there, you would end up. You have a decision. You can spend the next 2 weeks trying to get to Crag, or you can spend a week getting to Stoth.
What?
You can spend 2 weeks getting to Krog, or you can spend a week getting to Stath.
And which is closer to hard ride?
I will show you the map. I
Yeah.
haven't added Hothrite yet, but
I want to know how do we get closer to hard ride as
You are-
fast as possible.
you're
Or
sitting slightly in the center between Stath and Vale right now, and you're bordering on the Great Plains.
Okay.
okay.
And between Krog and the Bordean Sea, you see that giant open area? That's where Hothrite would be, just south of the lake.
Okay.
that's where I
So
need to go.
So heading in the direction of Krog would be better, because heading in the direction of Stoth would be almost the opposite direction.
Yeah, and we're trying to go back to Orario anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
So we could go to Krog and then back down to Heartright and then along the edge of the plain to Aurario.
Would we be going to hard ride first and then Crag, since it's going upwards?
No, because you've run out of rations by the time you make it past the Great Plain.
it'd be a food shortage.
Yeah.
No, but
Probably
we don't-
Hut though.
we will be replacing
Yeah.
it by the time we
You
get to-
be short a couple of days of rations, so it would probably take you about a week and a half.
So
to
wait,
across-
from where we are to hard ride, how much time is it?
How much time would it get to you for you to get to Hothrite right
To hard ride,
now?
yeah.
It would take you about 2.5 weeks.
2.5. I thought we were by Vale.
No, we're in the middle, dude. We're like
We're
Yeah, but
between Vale and
you're-
Stoth.
You're at the cusp of. Okay, so like, you see right where it capes above Vale. You are a little bit closer towards Stoth than you are at Krog, but you can make it to Krog off the rations and what you have, and also the tower. But you would run out of everything within 3 days before you make it to Hothrite.
But again, couldn't we hunt or things like that on the way there?
This is the Great
do that.
Plains. There ain't nothing out here.
Okay.
I need to get to hard ride though.
You'd be lucky if you might be able to find, a little bit of plant life.
No wonder these guys are killing people.
That's the reason why Stoth is such an anomaly. They are a They are a legitimate settlement that is now. No. A little bit further towards the west is where.
general idea, though.
Yeah. And where you are is actually above the cape, not in the Great Plains. You're still in a forested area.
Okay.
And I assume hard ride is like further to the left, then, because I thought it was closer south of the lake. That's why I thought it was closer than Crag.
That's why it would take you a week to get to Stoth, but it would take you 2 weeks to get to Krog, but it would take you 2.5 weeks to get to Hothrite.
God damn it.
The travel, and also on top of that, you burn through a lot more rations when you're out in the plains. You have a decision to make.
If that's the case, shouldn't we go to Stoth, since that's only the 1 week, and then go to Krog, and then...
You can make
Why not
whatever
just go to
attempt you
Crag
want.
then?
Because it would be staying in the cities longer and being able to restock.
Well, Stoth is a settlement. Krog is
So
a
they
city.
wouldn't have a lot. They would probably just have enough
Yeah.
for us to get by. Going
So
to
we
a
better
city
go to
would be
Krog
the
then.
best. Yeah,
So,
go to Krog.
Yeah, Krog.
There's one thing I want to do in the morning then,
All right.
but I'll wait for my turn.
Well, it is the morning. What do you
Okay.
want to do?
I will use one of the Hermes scrolls.
All right. And who do you send it to?
Mom.
All right. What do you send?
I don't need to present myself because the message says that they know me. No, they just know it's me.
Okay.
Are you okay? Is the town in trouble? I'm not far. You can respond to me. Just let me know if you're in trouble. If you can't say, use the secret word. And
How
she
many-
receives this.
Sorry.
It's 25 words. After what the fucking dwarves said, I'm really freaking paranoid. I need to get there fast.
Yeah.
Would River have come to us with this message at all, or with what the dwarf said or anything?
I think I
If
don't
I
know. We
remember
were in
correct,
chapter.
you relayed the fact that the dwarf is not trustworthy,
Yeah.
as far as
Yeah,
you know.
it's it works for a organization that deals with information. It was the worst possible time,
Okay, so you told us that much. All right.
and that it's something regarding Heart, right? But to give extra information, she would wait to get some response. I'm shaking.
Here you are. So, as you finish your message, and after what is a little bit of time that passes, you finally get something back. I am fine, and there hasn't been anything that has happened in town that I've witnessed so far. I hope to see you soon. Thank you for the money. That's the end.
River's just going to silently shed a tear. She's just happy that everything seems to be fine. And calms down. Her pressure to go back to Heartbright is lesser, so she has no issues going to Crag now.
Alright. So, as you guys pack the body, there are still several around here that are left.
Or the bird.
As Lombok finally helps finish packing the body and throwing it in the cart with all of you. All right, so heading to Krog.
Heading to Crag.
All right.
Heading to Krog.
Heading to Krog, and
Ain't the Krog.
she gets onto the back, and you hear the crack of the reins. You feel the cockatrices begin to slightly need a bit more effort to pull this time, as this hulking body is far bigger than any of you. And after no real close encounters, you guys see off in the distance, after your first week, passing Stoth. You guys spend another week finally making it across the Great Plains, almost as if time, as it ticks away, day in and day out, there is nothing. you see as Stoth becomes smaller and smaller as the days pass. You begin to see as the giant cragged mountains begin to enter your spans, and you also see the ever expansive Bordean canyons as they are broken and cracking through. You see small, as if tiny little pellets begin to pass in and out through airships that have to cross through the Bordean Sea as they reach the maximum height limit of the engines that are built with them. They have to pass through. It takes skilled airship captains in order to get through the Bordean canyons without problem. Some that end up having problems end up crashing into them, as stories have been told. As you see once again a slightly forested area upon the 12th day begins to enter the spans of your vision. You guys spend one night in fear that there might be something along the skies, but it passes without a trace. And then upon the 14th day, you are on the road to Krug. You remember a story that was once told. The very first time the record was ever kept, the original 6 heroes, was on their way to Krug in order to perform a show. You now walk the very land that begun their journey, as you guys have started yours so long ago. And you see the gaping mouth of the side of the mountain as it begins to show the candlelit sides, the torches brightly burning. You see as dwarves and merchants and people beginning to pass by you, now on the main road, as you enter through. You guys spend about a quarter mile before you enter what is almost like a Panopticon of an immensely sized city. The giant crystal that sits at the top, near the top of the this caved town, acting almost like a sun and giving radiance to this entire city. You see dwarves left and right, guarded and plated. And as the carriage comes to a full stop, you find yourself at the Wayward Inn. You guys are now within Krug. So, at this point,
2 full weeks.
2 whole weeks.
How was the friends and annual relationship?
That
Weeks.
was a great question.
Did you talk it out?
I don't know. Lionel's not gonna fucking continue on. He's just gonna... Lionel, pretty much throughout the entire time, he, like, didn't show any worse for wear. He just, like, fucking sat in the back of the wagon and just kicked his legs and looked outside. Like, a little pep in his step, like bobbing left and right, humming a song to himself.
I do want to
They're
point
out.
out that at least by the 3rd day, I would have apologized to the dwarf.
As
Franz actually has done something, because throughout the travels, what he did was give himself a shave. His beard is now shorter.
how
Whoa.
He shaved his beard.
is he clean?
Lionel,
Yeah,
Lionel,
he has a-
what is this? It's a dagger. Then it's decided my name shall be Dagger.
It's just he just took the hand axe he has in his like backpack and just started cleaving away.
So I'm not even gonna ask to update the art because
No, you don't gotta. He has to cut it from time to time because it does get really untangly and nasty after a while, so he needs to cut it.
all right. So
Lest the birds get in there.
somewhere along
Baby
during the
face.
travel, Franz clean shaved himself. It is a weird sight to see.
Ew,
Gonna be a
gross.
chin.
It's gonna be hard to tell which animal is which now.
He either has the smallest or longest chin.
He has a
Which
baby
one?
face problem.
No, he has a cleft chin. It's Canty-Quinton syndrome.
Ah,
No,
yes, I
he
was
just
a
has
true
another fist.
Crimson Cleft.
Crimson Cleft.
Yeah, I know why I would have needed or something. I would have just like during the first 3 days I would have apologized and asked if politely if she can give me any information regarding Rite and what she heard.
As you go up to Bumbuk, she begin helping unpack. She stops and she takes a breath of sigh and she pulls you away from the rest.
Beans, I was actually going to ask if I could try to listen in.
You can try.
I can try.
Make a perception check.
Perception, alright. Hold on, what the heck?
Perception against her perception to see if she's trying to listen in.
Just like pans over the wherever they're hiding. Just like pans in from the side.
22 for me.
22. All right. Oh
Do
God.
I need to
Trying
roll?
that picture is disturbing.
That picture is very disturbing.
I
Which
know
one?
it's just Steve Harvey,
Yeah.
but Steve Harvey with no facial hair of any kind.
Oh my God.
Unsettling.
Yeah.
He's peering
Well,
into my
so-
soul.
Do I roll anything for her to see if she's trying to listen?
It's her trying to listen in on you guys. It's
I
something
don't
that
like
you
people
can't.
listening to me.
Well, she's really good at what she does. So,
Going
as she
to
pulls
remember
you,
this.
as she pulls you aside, all right, what is it that you want?
Was this at the very end? I know I said that during the first 3 days I apologized, but like I wanted to ask if not politely if she can give me any information she knew about the blades, plus the organization with the moon and the blades, and what she heard about Rite.
Much to how I understand, and I accept your rudeness from earlier.
You need to understand I was a little paranoid.
Everyone is. Listen. My group is expansive. We're not just, a couple of blades and daggers. You can say we're kind of like the hand of the kingdom. Unseen.
Secret Service.
And there are many of us that bear this mark. There are many of us that are just simply eyes in order for things to kind of go as smoothly as possible. Sometimes things become out of sight. There's only so much that I know. But you talking about Rite, I've heard many tales, many stories, and some unbelievables, some I would question if they are rumors. As for the people that you're looking for, all I've heard is that every half moon they come. They come and they go. There's always a group, probably about 5 or 6 of them, always together. And there was one in specific, a woman, long black hair. Some of us have considered her as uneasy, but we haven't seen her actually do anything. So we leave it at that.
I do tell her I met that woman at the Emerald Enclave.
Whatever her hand is, I've never seen it. So whatever you decide to do is up to you. By the way, like I said, if you want to know more, find the mark. However, there was something I did keep from you. When you do find it, say that Bumbuck has seen it all. I'm sure they'll be able to help you. Right, well, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Fuck off. And she walks away.
Take it. What did the mark look like again?
It
was like
was it was a cresting moon, almost as if it is consuming a cresting sun. And there seems to be almost like a mark of an eye as it reaches from top to center, like a cat slit.
And message is Boombook has seen it all.
Yeah, Bombuk has seen it all.
Boombook.
When you say she walked away, we're not in the town right now, right?
No. You guys are in the town. She's at the Wayward Inn.
Okay. Before she goes too far, Helena's going to kind of slink away, and she's actually going to grab onto her shoulder. And in Thieves' Cant, she's going to ask, there's actually a few things I'd like to ask, too.
She responds in Thieves' Cant. Alright. Well, let's do this a bit more in private.
Helena winks, and she'll go into the inn with her if that's in fact where she was headed.
Alright. So, I'll get to that in a sec. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Good question. Well,
You guys
Lionel.
have a body to turn into.
Yeah, let's go turn into
Yeah.
body. Because
It
We
is-
just have this not. Well, actually, it's Candace would have re-upped the gentle repose along the way, so we have a not rotting corpse.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
let's
It's
go.
perfectly
But it
fine.
feels funny.
Let's turn this fucker in.
Alright, so, as you go to one of the many houses, you see several individuals dressed from head to toe in almost very fine metals. Let's see, hold on. And as you guys are dragging in a body, you see them begin to eyeball you, and they begin to kind of reach for their swords. Halt! What business do ye have here?
Turning in a bounty.
Heard about that one. And you see as he kind of reaches away, takes off his helmet. You see what is a very rough-looking male mountain dwarf, and his beard slightly scraggly, but yet gently kept, and it is not as long as some of the very nicer dwarves that you've been seeing around town, but this one definitely a bit more on the rougher edge. So, what can the Stone Guard Warden do for you? With this here bounty, and he pulls it over. It is the look of a very dead bugbear, and he's like, so that's the bounty. Allow me to he begins to kind of wanting to look away, but he can't. Let me check on that. And he walks over and he begins to kind of pull through some of the major files that have been kept through. Right. Now, where are you all from again? I've heard a couple of bounties were taken up.
Oh well, we heard of the bounty on our way out. We were attacked by this fella, and based on our information, we decided to bring him here. We came from we were
from Vale.
Yeah, we left from Vale and were attacked by this fella midway.
Ah, so the bandits on the path. Alright. Well, as far as the bounty was, it was that of 50 platinum pieces. That's 500. 500 gold, 50 platinum? Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Alright, 50 platinum pieces, 500 gold. There was also a record that there might have been many bandits.
There
There
were.
were a few.
There were.
This was the leader of the said bandits, and pointing at Garu, wearing that cloak.
It's really comfy.
Well, whatever you took, you can keep. we just wanted a majority of them taken out. So, as far as things go, I believe that the bounty is complete. And
Have there been any bandit attacks all along the road as of late?
There was one in specific that was mighty dangerous. That's the reason why some trade was cut off.
Can you repeat that?
There was one that was a mighty problem. That's why some trade was cut off. And as he's talking to you, there is another one. Another of the Stone Guard Warden, as he begins to walk over, he begins to whisper into his ear. Let me finish up. So, as he pulls out one of the pieces of paper and he begins to sign off on the bounty being completed, no. I would say you are a group, correct?
Lionel shake. Yes.
Correct.
Is there a name that I hope you go by?
Catatonic face.
River slowly pulls out a long. She's been working on.
12 episodes, guys. 12 episodes.
Shit, we were supposed to come up with a name.
I have.
Oh no!
River turns to the group. I have a couple. Just give me 1 second.
Type them in
Do
chat.
any of them sound nice?
You're like, can you just throw them in chat so we can like unanimously? Because I was about to say like Lionel will just fucking magically whimsy one up for everyone if that's the case.
River then spent the next 27 minutes regaling us of the list. Dear God, I was joking about the 27 minutes. What the hell, Brett?
This is what she does. She's excited to have a group. She's had that list since day one.
I'm a fan of Dynamic Entry Incorporated.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like Dynamic Entry Incorporated.
So,
Screw it.
I'm going to
Dynamic
say
Entry Incorporated.
this is a vote for the entire party. Dynamic
We have a. Can
Entry
we leave this for a
Incorporated.
week? Like, can we leave this for later? Just to ask them. We're going
No,
for this week.
No, we gotta do this now.
No.
Yep.
We gotta do it now.
Okay, this is
Great. The acronym
Pressure.
for our team is DIE.
Jesus.
Another day.
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 So what's it going to be, guys?
My vote is for Dynamic Entry Incorporated.
Yeah, no, I like Dynamic Entry Incorporated.
So that's 3.
Dynamic Entry Incorporated.
4.
I'm not there, but Helena would absolutely love Dynamic Entry Incorporated.
Alright, so majority rule votes for Dynamic Entry Incorporated. As you guys explain the name, he's like, very particular. Alright, Dynamic
Still working on it.
Entry.
I think it sounds neat.
Right.
I think I wrote it at like 5 in the morning. I don't know why.
What's
And-
more dynamic than a chromatic orb to the face?
Ooh.
And after he finally writes down the party name, he signs off, and you see as he pulls one of the drawers open, and he gives you a small stack of 50 platinum pieces
yeah.
towards the party. And then, as he closes, 2 guards, one from earlier, begins to walk up, and they begin to have a slight offhand discussion. And that's pretty much it. So, that being said, Bombach and Helena. So, as you both are now sitting in the tavern area of this inn, you see Bombach as she kind of waves towards you. See a lovely looking dwarven woman as she comes over. It's like, all right, now drink up, you two. I'm pretty sure you had a long travel. And she puts 2 ales down in front of you. She tosses a couple of coins, and you two begin to start your drink. All right, so what is it?
Well, since you deal in information, I was hoping perhaps you could help me possibly find a few people. That's what I'm hoping, anyway.
I'm not too particular in finding people. More people finding themselves under the eye. But what is it that I can do?
Looking for quite a few things while I'm here.
Aye.
Do you know anything about those portals that have been happening in Lycia Bay?
As far as information goes, as far as my line of information goes, no. I'm not too familiar, and I often try to keep myself away from as much danger as possible, aside from the ones that I find myself on the road for. If anything, those little portals that keep blipping in and out around the area have damaged quite a number of things within Al-Anon. And even if I were to speak so sorely, I wouldn't be too beyond the idea that those Excelsians might have been the cause.
She doesn't think that the sorry.
As far as you can tell, it doesn't seem like her information is accurate to the ones that you have.
Yeah, that's what I was looking through my notes because that didn't sound right. At least from what Canis had told me.
Yeah, as far as she knows, information, she thinks it's Celsians, which is a northern country from Al-Anon.
Why do you think that?
They're always fucking with Al-Anonians. A lot of us don't like them. They're also very prejudiced against a lot of people. Even though they are pretty much a desert country, they're pretty advanced in their technology. It wouldn't be beyond me to believe that they might have some hand in it. But even then, I've had my doubts.
Have you ever heard of the Lumeria? Or Lumerians?
She pauses for a bit. What do you ask? Lumeria.
It's a name that's been thrown around for this little investigation. And I'm not from here.
I can tell.
I could use a little bit more insight on it.
There isn't a lot of records about Lumeria. We only have one record, though. And it's not exactly public. But there is a man who rests deep below Aurario. Kind of overwatched by some very particular arcanists. Encased in ice. He was originally a Lumerian. Fought with the original Six until he was frozen solid by a very unhappy necromancer. If you want to know anything,
Okay.
he might have an answer, but nobody's been able to crack the ice before, not even with fire.
Helena just kind of takes a slow, thoughtful sip of her drink. Alright. Good to know. Tell me, and this is a little more personal, so I understand if you haven't heard these names before. An elf like me. You heard of a man named Syrian? Seen him at all?
The name's familiar. Not
Helena
familiar-
perks right up. She's very surprised.
The name is familiar, but not to me. Names get passed around a lot, especially for, people of our kind. I'm not particular about the location, but maybe if you end up getting in contact with some of the guild masters, you might be able to find yourself maybe within their favor if you do something for them.
Helena tilts her head. Your guild, do you mean? Or any guild?
My guild. Like I said,
Ah.
we're a hand of the kingdom. We only see what we need to see.
Helena smiles a little bit. Oh, trust me, I understand.
Aye.
One more. I apologize. This is very vague, and I assure you, it is just as frustrating for me as it will be for you. Again, another elf like me. Have you seen a man in red?
That one I do know. He found himself somewhere in Wallenstein, got caught up in a train crash. As far as I knew, he was able to acquire a core of Arcanum from a Durgar fortress, but after that, him and his companions decided to keep leaving down south. He might still be traveling.
Again, Helena looks very surprised and very impressed.
It was a huge public event. Kind of one of the many reasons why the rail systems are kind of closed right now. Especially towards Wallenstein.
Can I insight her
Yeah, go ahead.
for this one? Meh. That was a natural 19, plus 4, so 23.
As far as you can tell, there's something else that she's not saying. But most of the information is trustworthy. But when she mentions Wallenstein, she mentions it as if kind of a tilt away. It's probably something she's not saying completely.
A tilt away is in kind of misleading, you mean?
Yeah.
Helena will just kind of give her a long stare. But she'll nod. Well, that was more information than I was expecting, that is for sure. How much are drinks here?
They're about a couple gold a drink.
Alright, she'll slap down a few pieces of gold on the table. Your next drinks are on me. And she'll get up and she'll go out to find her companions.
Alright. Just slap it down, like, much appreciated. Midnight Eyes always watching.
She'll nod and she'll bow out.
Correction. The Eclipse Eye is always watching.
Ominous.
The Eclipse Eye is always watching.
Spooky.
So, as you remove yourself from the inn, you find yourself in a town which doesn't see many elven individuals. You do feel some eyes are kind of on you.
Helena will cheerfully wave at anybody she catches.
Yeah, some do. Alright, so, that being said, you guys end up finding yourselves together here within Krog, all back together in the party. You guys are hearing, however, you've also noticed passively some of the Stoneguard Wardens have kind of been talking to each other and moving around a bit.
Is it catching our attention?
Catching your attention.
Sure,
Do
maybe
I hear any of them talking?
perception check, I guess?
Make a perception check to anyone who wants to.
Okey-dokey,
If
I
it's
sure
hearing,
do.
can the guard do a perception too?
Yep.
Oh,
Bleh, that's a 10 for me.
that is a 13.
31.
21.
That is
Five.
8. That
I
is
guess
10.
I guess I can roll. 15.
All right. Lionel and River. Lionel, you hear that the guards are talking about a prisoner below. It kind of keeps going back and forth, and you hear at one point, he died, but he didn't die. It was weird. He's still there.
That sounds like necromancy.
River, you hear a name that nobody else does. Keep saying, Dust Lakes are coming back. Dust Lakes are coming back.
Why is this fucking
What?
shit?
And you hear one more name. Keep screaming that his name is Leroy Dustlake. Leroy Dustlake.
What about Jenkins? Nah, you would have been able to see him coming like a mile away.
And that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's episode.
Cool.
History. You okay there, fucker?
Fucker.
You okay?
Why the fuck is that? Why is everything on your character's backstory the catalyst for everything?
I don't know. I didn't want to. This shit.
What have you gotten us
Either.
into?
What have you
it's
done that
we're
we
being
don't
hired
know?
by my family.
All right, so come back next week, everyone, because we did go over a little bit tonight. I know. I'm
We're
sorry.
overdue, don't worry.
Yeah. So come back next week. Tomorrow I have to actually go to bed early because tomorrow I have to go to jury.
Oh boy.
And
Oh, boy.
explain to the reason why I'm not good for jury. And as usual, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and hopefully we'll be back on Twitch next week. Technical difficulties as things often do.
I did check Twitch support. They did say that there was an issue on their end.
That would explain a lot.
Ah,
Man, it's just these past couple of weeks.
Always a Sunday, it seems.
Right?
So wait, we have
weird.
we have no game next week?
No, we have game next week.
No, we do have a game. It's
I
just
just-
that during the reason why we had to do it on YouTube today is because Twitch actually
Gotcha.
announced that they knew that something was wrong and they were fixing it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So that being said, come back next week, everyone. We'll continue on our story as we usually do, and hopefully see you then. So as always, thank you guys. See you next Sunday. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
そうだ味方だぜ